to sleeping notes in class. I'd wink my eye and laugh. Those days went by so fast.
Upfront Discussions Podcast, and we're here in the building. And today is a special one. It's a big one for the listeners. We have, one of Birmingham's finest grime MCs. To me, is a true legend and a dominating force for the inner city of Birmingham, but wider as well, because this man, his voice spreads far. When you talk about MCing, and talk about MC sets, you can't mention that kind of culture without speaking about this person or even bringing his name up in the conversations. You can't talk about bars and lyrical content without including this individual in that discussion. You can't even put on a cypher or even think about putting a cypher on without including this individual. And for those that do, I wish you well. But this man needs to be in your cypher, especially if you come into Birmingham. He was deeply ingrained in community radio at a time where radio and DJ and MC sets were nice. He's a stand-up guy, very humble, genuine, and I believe he speaks his mind. And that's through the conversations that we've been having over a period of time, but especially over the last couple of months when we've been arranging this interview. This man could easily fob people off, but he tells you the honest truth. And when he says this interview will happen, I don't know when, but the interview will happen. He's a man of his word. If you still don't know who I'm talking about, he's collaborated with some major people in the industry. And I won't even name drop because it's out there anyway so you can see. He brought your bars like when he intros, didn't you know? And the one that resonates with me, I'm old school, shut down CNA. We have the legendary MC Vader in the building. Welcome, my brother.
Much respect, my brother. I'm just taken back by that honourable intro there. That's just touched me. Seriously, the summary of me, you gave them already for the intro. I was just floating there listening because it was just honest, kind words. And you know how you said I fob people off? Yeah. You could fob that all off. But everything you've received from me, you've clearly taken it in over the years.
Yeah.
And you've used that as part of your intro. And it's nothing but truth and nothing but real vibes that we've shared over the years. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you for having me. Yeah.
It's an honour to have you up here, Vader, because as I said, everything that I've said in the intro is absolutely true. I know this man for years.
Love that, man.
And when we've been conversating to arrange this interview, what I appreciate about you is that he said, listen, I will do the interview, but I can't commit to some dates. And when I phoned you up after a while, you said, yeah, I know, I've got you. You haven't given me a fob off story. You've told me the truth.
That's how it is. That stood out for me a lot as well, because obviously it's nice to hear the honourable mentions for the MC and stuff, but I feel like you gave them a taste of my character. I say a taste because you know me enough to know it.
Yeah.
But a lot won't. They'll just see the MC and they'll take their own opinions from me, you know what I mean? But where I'm at now, my headspace, and you said I speak my mind. That's what it's about, because I spent many years, I wouldn't say I've never not spoke my mind.
Yeah.
But sometimes we tend to step around situations a little bit and, you know, we don't want to hurt people's feelings and that. But I think one thing in life, we have to think of ourselves, and that's without being selfish. And anyone can look on my career. I'm one of the most unselfish guys in music. But at this present time now, I'm not going to change that. Yeah. There's ongoing things I can talk about, but I will always be a person who looks after other people. But it's self-time now. It's Operation Vader finally after all these years.
Listen, and I'm backing it 100%. I will go into it in some detail along the lines of this interview, because there's things. There's things that we need to talk about.
Definitely, whatever you need to ask me, I got you, bro, man.
Okay, so with all journeys, there's a beginning.
Okay.
It always starts at a beginning point.
Yeah.
So let's go back to early years. Right. We'll talk about MC Vader as a teenager.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? And what was life like, the family structure and how you grew up, the areas and so forth?
Well, if I go back a bit further, I'm going to stay where you're asking me, the teenage, but my dad and his parents are from Ladywood.
Yes.
And my mum and her parents are from Winson Green.
Yeah.
So somewhere along the way, we was like in between.
Oh.
Then we ended up like, we was up by Gillett Road, and then we ended up Winson Green.
Yeah.
Everyone knows where I live in Winson Green.
Yeah.
You know
yeah. I mean? I've passed you many times throughout my journey.
So that's where it started, like when I was living in Winson Green. And to be honest, like the influence stems back before, but that's something that you've asked me to address how it was as a teenager.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go back because the influences stem deep from when I was a baby listening to my dad's music.
But let's go back because that's where I wanted to talk. I want to talk about the music influence of where that's come from. So, yeah.
Yeah, you need to hear it, man. It's always been in my life. Like, I lived in a flat with my parents on Gillett Road.
Yeah. I
was the only child at the time. My sister came 3 years after. And we had a guy above us, rest in peace. His name was Rob. And he actually, this is an interesting fun fact. I know his son's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
He actually made a brand. I think it was called Dready. Like,
okay.
I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But it was like a dread, like a cartoon dread with big eyes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a label and it was a thing then. But we're going back to the early 80s.
Yeah.
So there weren't no social media. Like there probably weren't even people printing like that then.
Nah.
I don't want to veer off. He lived upstairs.
Yeah.
And a couple of the members of UB40 actually used to go and practice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we just always used to hear the music. But my dad was a man. He wasn't a sound man or nothing. He never had that background. But like, he was a music man and he had his big speakers. I remember him. I can see him now in my near 40 brain. Like, big, like brown casing. You know, the fuzzy look, them kind of speak, not looking too futuristic. But,
I know them ones.
A few of the things I can tell you what we used to listen to. I remember like definitely Gregory.
Yeah.
Definitely Berris. Then Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, you know, like all the fatback.
Yeah. So you've got a wide genre then, isn't it?
Sade and them kind of
easy.
People,
yeah.
Like, listen, man. Like, we can talk, fam. Shinehead, like all sorts of artists. My dad was a man that would go like Don Christie's and Summit.
Yeah.
When it was at the side of the rag market.
Yeah, city centre.
Yeah, I just go there with him, just a little kid like a bird out the nest, just seeing what's going on. And the music, it always resonated with me. But that was way before I could MC or anything, obviously. But then like, I'm just gonna tell you, man, there was a little history here, like the family parties here, like I was that guy in it, like the Michael Jackson thing. Like, I'm not known as a dancer still. Like people see my hands dancing with this music, but I was that guy, man. I'd boss it up at the weddings and that. There's a couple pictures that I might get you one picture to put up.
Yeah, we need that. So the seed was planted from early then. When
I mentioned like Michael Jackson, like when I got in touch with him, like, I tell you straight, man, that was my hero for years, man. And like, my dad took me to see him.
Yeah.
Like we never had much money when we was coming up still. My family, like my mum's parents and my dad's parents, were just rough with the smooth, man, from the ground up.
Yeah.
No silver spoon thing on either side, you know what I'm saying? So like my dad worked hard and I remember he come back from work. I got a very good memory and like someone won some tickets out of the Sun newspaper for Michael Jackson. Yeah. And they were selling these tickets. Yeah. My dad happened to get them. I think there was a bit of a he wants them, she wants them, but my dad got them. And off we went on a London liner to Wembley. I had my Benetton jumper.
Benetton, you know. So you're
Benetton.
Taking it back.
Yeah, taking it back, fam. I remember like my dad had me on his shoulders and that. And I do remember like Kim Wilde. People like that, pop stars, they started it off. I can remember vaguely getting tired because it was a long day for me and it was a new experience. There was a flood of people. It's a big concert. We're talking Wembley Stadium, the pinnacle of the UK concerts at the time.
Yeah.
So like I'm there on my dad's shoulders. You see when that man came out, I can remember now. I just got a glimpse of the feet. It's magical. Yeah. Like different magical, like you want to be starting something, beat it, thriller. But unfortunately, to get back on the London liner, we had to leave a bit early. Yeah. But my dad made the effort and then some. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big respect to my dad for doing that. I think it was 87 or 88, but the concert is actually on YouTube.
Okay.
It's deep. So.
I need to look at and this is why, you know, with the intro, people can see now that I weren't just waffling on this intro because Vader will tell you like you are just open and honest, and you just talk it how it is.
That's it,
I was speaking to a DJ yesterday, did a podcast yesterday with a DJ, and older man, older generation, but he said the same thing in terms of the music. He said, look, there's a lot of people that will say they didn't listen to this music, but back in them days, the 80s and so forth, this music was rocking. And my first record that I bought was a Michael Jackson one.
Goosebumps, fam. Just thinking about it. That's like, when I say things like I'm part of the foundation, I mean my music, like grime and whatnot, but that's my foundation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without that, like, that's a massive part of me. There wouldn't be no me without that and many other things like that have made me want today. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
So, going on to the childhood.
Because I veered off, didn't I?
Yeah. What was it like for you growing up? Because we're talking about now, you mentioned Ladywood, Winson Green, between the two. Yeah. What was the community spirit and life like for you?
This is good, you know, because we can go deep here. Well, it was always all right. Like, I was a kid of innocence. Yeah. So I didn't know about any form of like madness going on or anything. But I can remember like being mixed race, I'll be honest. Early touches of racism from both sides. And like as a kid, with a warm heart from early. And that's how I've been. So as I stand today, that's what I was like when I was a boy. I had to learn and grow. But my heart's been the same. So it's like I remember like my mum and dad being together and being frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? And I'd see it and feel it as a youth. So those adults that were doing that then, who've probably grown now, they probably didn't realise what they was doing. But like I feel like, what's wrong? You know what I mean? And then like I'll give you an example. Like that's just like in my ends and stuff. But then say if I was with my dad, say we go to Wales. Well, that's out the community. So I've kind of veered off. But
it's still the experience though.
We'd be like the only family of like any black ethnicity in the holiday, or we'd see another family and it would be a general hail up. I didn't even get that at first. I'd have to understand that, because I'd see my dad and I'd say, Dad, do you know him? Because I'm innocent, innit? I didn't, people's people, I weren't seeing colour, but when I go to them places there, you'd kind of like look around like, yo, this is different. And they'd look at you in a funny way, and I was just like, being mixed race, your head's actually kind of mixed up at a point, but it's just part of living and growing. And what I found across the time, people just embrace you, man. And like I grew up more in like, I'd say the black community, because if I'm honest, I have no direct cousins on my white side. Deep, like I always used to think, nah, how come I've got no white cousins? I've got second cousins, my mum's cousins, but they're all distant and stuff. Couple live in Brum, but they've never been around us like that. But then like my dad's got 9 brothers and sisters. So I'm always at my nan's, and even my friends, like it's mad. I had a couple of friends, again, I didn't see colour, but it was just genuinely how I grew. And all my friends are just of black ethnicity, and I probably had a couple of white friends, but where I was based in Winson Green, that's how it was, and we just all gelled together kind of thing. We just did our thing, man. And it's like I don't ID my mentality with colour, it's just a pure mentality. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I would say that I've grew up more with a black upbringing, even though my mum's white, and my mum's not one of these women, you know, that, like, no offense to anyone's mum out there, but my mum weren't one of these white women rocking the massive earrings and my mum was just always herself. And I have to touch on that, because some people won't talk on these things. My mum remained a white woman. And my friends respect that. And my dad's respected, because my dad just got his head down and worked. My dad weren't deep on culture still. He knows his roots and them things. He set me up for my music. But my dad just put his head down, and like, he didn't shy away from nothing. He welcomed all my friends. He welcomed everyone. So yeah, man, that's like, I don't know if I've worded it right, but that was how my upbringing was.
Well, and you're not the first person to say that, in terms of growing up, you didn't see colour. You know, you may have, from the outside, people, you know, you experience that racism and so forth. But I think growing up in that time period, individuals didn't see colour. A lot of people that I've spoke to on this journey and talked about the community before, they didn't see colour, and there was a lot of togetherness. within the community.
Yeah.
But then there's other podcasts that I've listened to. There's one that Tricky did with his dad, and his dad said the same thing, that growing up, he didn't see colour.
Yeah, I seen that, and that touched me, because he's from a earlier generation than myself, obviously, and from what I've been led to believe, there was a lot of racism them times, so it was nice for an older man. I'm like very like, I'm a heartfelt person, so when I heard that, I thought, bless him, at least man got through, because there's many other stories what I've heard from my relatives and stuff what are not so nice. So the man had a good run, but then I heard when he got into, he said it was secondary school, wasn't it? It started to come into play. But, man, it was, I don't know, I felt it when I was young, but like I just live freely now. Like I've always lived freely. Anyway, this is what I'm indirectly telling you. That was my thing from when I was young. But you had to kind of fish it out. Like sometimes you'd be made to feel awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like certain brothers would look at man like, my man's a breed and them things there. Like that was a common word still. And I used to hear it a lot at school, and like I used to offend myself. And some of the same people that would say, my friends for life now. Okay, it's just a barrier, innit?
And I think it's the lack of and the lack of understanding and like, everyone's kids.
See, I'm smiling when I'm saying it now. There's no resentment in it. Like when I was young, it was like being called I don't know, just being called that weird name. It's not like I was like singled out. Cause no one's ever really. I've been through 1 and 2 experiences when I was younger, but no one's ever really had me like that. I'm too outspoken, even at my most quietest times. I mean, I'm not being raised like that. To just, like I'll stand up for myself. It's that.
And it's because, as you said, like the things that as individuals we used to call each other, it was that innocence. You don't know what you're doing, right? And you're just calling each other that. And people didn't take offense by it because in your own little group. Outside the group now, outside your friendship, it was different. Like you couldn't do that.
That's mad that you said that. Are you talking like the kind of vibe? Sorry to cut you, but we're gonna have many moments like this, like when you could blaze your brethren. So I'm saying to my brethren, your mum, but I never diss his mum. Because it was just a internal thing. But if a man walks past you and says, "Oh, your mum," a man's gonna probably bust his head or something. That's just how it was, isn't it?
And that's the difference now, Vader. Like we've lost that in terms of. I come from the era of blazing.
That's what I just said.
Banter and blazing, You couldn't, I don't think you can do that now.
Nah.
It's too, you can, but it's
very sensitive.
It's sensitive and it's serious. The times are serious now.
If you say to a youth at school who's probably known, this is just, I've gone on a random veer off, but I'm thinking of the future today, the present, whatever. If this youth's at school, he's got a bit of an ego, a bit of a status. And like, if you take it back to our school days, your Cardies, your GD, wherever you went, you're blazing and that. I don't think they could stomach it.
You couldn't stomach it because man had to defend himself. Like if someone's blazing, you better have bars. Or you can't go on the top playground. It's a form of bars, isn't it? Yeah, it's a form of bars.
I had blazes too, so I always had bars again.
So, let's go on now. So you've got the music influence. When did you start? Because we can go deep into the blazing and the, the banter. But when did you start realizing?
Actually, MCing, you mean?
Yeah, when did you start dabbling with MCing and realizing that, hold on.
Now, I had to get back to this because this is what happens with me. The conversation's just widen it and we've veered off. Right? But what's happened is I've started listening to more rap then. Because I've grew up on MJ. MJ is my hero. So that transition point now, I'm not even gonna lie still. You used to get these little cheesy groups come out and that, like you used to have like obviously had Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer. Now before S Club, this is S Club's out when I'm on Smooth and that fam. But these times it's like I can name the rappers in the public. Hammer in the British public anyway. Hammer and Vanilla Ice, they're the only ones they're letting us have. But then I tell you a turning point for me. I have to big up Wingrove, My dad's brethren from football.
Like,
I've got him on my IG, man. Big him up. Like, my guy used to play football with my dad for Ladywood Rovers, And this ain't me starting, like, MCing, but he used to give me tapes. And in fact, I have to big up my cousin Andre as well. He gave me a tape just before my man, Run DMC. 1987 album.
Okay, so yes. So you're digging deep in the crates now.
So when I'm hearing that now, I'm like, Hammer's cool still, but Vanilla Ice, like, I wouldn't have had this word in my vocabulary then, but I thought he's an idiot by now. Like, I can't even listen to my man again.
Yeah.
Then I got Ice Cube, Kill at Will. Nah, game changer.
Game changing stuff now.
Game changer.
This is what I mean. Vader's going in now, you know.
And I'm a youth, you know. I'm still at primary school, you know.
Yeah.
I'm probably in like the year before I leave.
Yeah.
The Fushnikins, Tim Dog. My mind's blown. Wingrove's giving me these tapes and that. Then I've got NWA's second album or third album, and like the one where Cube's gone, and they're talking about no Vaseline and all them kind of thing. Was that their tune or was that Cube's?
I think it was their tune, you know.
For Cube,
Yeah.
Cube had one, but I'm just showing you where.
That's when they started at each other.
Yeah, so that's where I was at. So these times now, back to me. I'm at home trying out little raps and that.
Yeah.
Emulating what they're saying. And big up Badness as well, because Badness is my brethren from primary school.
Yeah.
Get me? Johnny Badness. Like, he's coming around my nans, because I'm living at my nans at the time.
Yeah.
My parents had bought a house down the road.
Yeah.
We've all had to stay in my nans.
Yeah.
This house is built up properly.
Okay, yeah.
Walls getting knocked through. These times now, I'm going through this is my little thing. Obviously, house parties out and them things there.
Yeah.
And Badness is more on the, I know about my reggae and all that.
Yeah.
And like going back to the Don Christie days and that.
Yeah.
I remember, is it Admiral Bailey?
Yes.
Punani Rhythm.
Yeah.
I heard it in the shop, yeah. I begged my dad to get in. I know it's probably a bit bad.
Yeah.
People say about the influence now, but I ain't come out wrong. So
Yeah.
it's just a bit of fun. But my dad got the record, you know, he must have liked it himself, because he wouldn't have spent his money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had my little references, but Badness was coming around with Stings and that.
Okay.
Shabba versus Ninja.
Yeah, Shabba and Ninja.
So I'm a
Easy.
boy, yeah.
Yeah.
I like wrestling, but that's kind of like, I'm getting to a point now, like wrestling, like I still watch it, and I'm still interested in the events and that.
Yeah.
But man don't play with figures and toys no more. Man's like getting to like, what age am I? Say about 10.
Yeah.
You get me? So you're a boy,
Yeah.
definitely a boy, but you're growing up a little. You want to be a big boy.
Yeah.
Get me? So I'm listening to all this stuff and it's blowing my mind. Another man I have to mention as well. Do you remember Super Tracks, the company at all?
No.
There was establishment in Birmingham. They're still running now. I think it's MRC Media now. He does like printing and stuff, but he was my next door neighbour.
Okay.
So between them three sources there and my dad, like everything's just flowing around.
You like had access now
access. Keyword.
Yeah.
I could if we summed up everything I just said, one word, access.
Yeah.
So then I'm doing my bits. Badness is chatting and that.
Yeah.
Like just chatting, and he sounds like a real yard man, you know, and he's from Winson Green, but it's just in him thorough.
Yeah.
So like we're messing around, pressing record on them you know them stereos where they had a built-in mic.
Yes.
So we're probably playing the music from another one.
Yeah.
And then
you're pressing record on that.
Yeah, remember them days then? You can hear pure air.
The pure white noise be out in the back.
Yeah. So them are the days when I'm starting to mess with it. And like this is before garage and that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Even before jungle. I forget my own history.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm just a kid messing about.
Yeah.
So like that's what it was for the next few years. Bear in mind I'm about 10, 11, them times there.
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate. So then by about year 9, I'm rapping on stage at school. This is a guilty one, but I'm just gonna, if any of the girls are listening from school, you're gonna laugh, you know. But remember Shoop, Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
Fam, I'll just tell you how it is, fam. I was the guy in it, fam. I've never looked like that guy. You get me? I've well, maybe when I was a bit younger, but the 6-pack and that. But you see, like that guy was a slick dude. You get me, with the waistcoat. That weren't me. But saying that, still, I'm not bigging up myself because I don't toot my own horn enough. But I did have a little rep at school still. Straight up, I tell you my govs, you get me? Straight like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was that guy. But then to like rough it up a bit, we had like a little cypher rap. Me, my brethren Kafer, who's actually American.
Yeah.
He came to live in England for a bit.
Yeah.
Won't say man's full govs. He was there. Another Brady he was. Before I met Braids.
Yeah.
And we had him as Brady in our little rap. You get me?
Okay.
My brethren Sprinter and Desta. Desta was hard, man. I just got in touch with him the other day.
Yeah.
I know he's still got the fire in him. But that was my little, it wasn't a group.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things. So everyone at school, that's my first snippet of like a bit of not fame, but like, you know what I'm saying? And then them times, like, it was pure hip hop, baggy jeans, Carl Carney, Georgetown coats, all that stuff, Charlotte Hornets, Mighty Ducks.
The American influence was heavy, strong.
It was like, I love my sound tapes as well, them times.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to veer off. I'm not writing. Well, I am writing, just little bits.
Yeah.
It's mainly freestyle. That's probably where it comes from. I'm pressing that button when no one's there. And I'm making tape. Even me and my sister just making silly songs and that with hooks.
Yeah.
But no one really heard them. There's probably a couple like tapes lying around how to this day. But them times there, the influence was American and from Yard as well.
Yeah.
And I need to stress this because I think not most, because some are very open-minded. It's just where people's minds at. But I don't want to go off too much. So remember where we're at. But I get a lot of people thinking that Birmingham look to London for everything.
Yeah.
Now, going back to when I was a kid, if you was clued up with what was going on, you know what's going on in Yard.
Yeah. So that's what it was, Yard, and American Yard, that's what was.
So if you got that pattern from Birmingham, it's just direct, innit?
And like, you didn't really think about London, you know?
Nah.
That wasn't in the thought process, it was just straight. America, Jamaica.
That's it. My only link to London was my dad would like obviously go out there sometimes, so I knew about Saxon and that.
Yeah.
My dad, just from him mentioning it, not that he'd sit me down and give me a big lesson. Yeah. I was very observant.
Yeah.
So my dad's gone to London, seen a sound called Saxon. I know about sounds. It's in my head.
Yeah.
Then Badness went up there when we was moving to secondary school.
Yeah.
Which is around the same time as all of this. He's moved there. That's my brethren. So that's my insight to what's going on up there. But them times, without him, I'm getting Cool FM tapes and that. I've skipped a bit here, but back to what I was saying about the influence from Yard, the sound tapes and that.
Yeah.
You're talking about the dressing and that, innit? Cartoonies and that, fam. Not many people mention cartoonies, fam. Superior's Machine.
Click suits.
Yeah, fam. What else was there?
The ballet shoes.
Yeah, ragga boots and all that, fam. Like, Badness and that showed me about them, fam. But cartoonies was just a thing, like, I'm shopping with my mum in it and I'm going, remember Bobby's?
Bobby's jumpers.
In Oasis Market.
Listen.
He was the man for the cartoonies. So like, obviously my mum, as I said earlier, man never had it easy, but even that, like, nothing my brethren's fault. Because the way my mum had me patterned, as they'd say today, like, even I thought we was rich at one point. Yeah. Far from it. Yeah. My mum was just cutting through, like, making us look good and whatnot. Not no show thing, but just doing what she wanted to do for her kids.
Yes.
This is all it was, but like at the time it probably looked lavish, but it wasn't even that, fam. Like, man, like that era there, access, influence, key things. When I said that about London, bare love to London. London's got a massive influence in the music scene as well. But I just wanted to notify that if you was plugged in Birmingham with JA and America, which I was through various sources, Badness, my dad's brethren having the tapes and that. Yeah. Like, I remember getting mixtapes from America. The inlaying from a black party and that, fam. You mad? Man was plugged in, so.
I got loads. Do you know what, Vader? You, right, are bringing back some memories for me, you know.
Bro, like, I've seen a lot, bro, from early because of the older people that was around.
Making me reminisce now. I might go home and dust off some of those mixtapes.
Remember them tapes?
Listen.
I can remember, this is how old school I am. I remember your favourite rappers, dead rappers, and that coming out. Like, when I say coming out, I don't mean the closet. I mean Fab Five Freddy. Introducing Biggie, introducing Wu. How's about I went 10-piece, crowded in the shop. They're showing me the album. All I can hear is bare swords and that, and people in the shops talking, I don't want this. I went home, I watched it, my neighbour taped it for me. Fam, I was so vexed, man. I phoned them up on Sunday, are you open? Yeah. Went back and got that tape, fam. The 36 chambers, fam.
Listen, do you remember the days where you used to record the Yo MTV raps and...
That's it.
You used to record it on your tapes and...
I never had Sky, fam, so my neighbour used to do it for me.
Listen, them are the days, man. What was that that show that was on as well? God, I can't remember the name, you know.
UK TV or...
Yes, UK. There was a show that was
with
on,
Normski,
man.
Dance Energy.
Dance Energy.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean? We used to watch.
Bro, listen, you're making me touch on some valuable points, you know. The people realise, and it's all related, like, back to the school and everything, like... We had to wait a whole week for one show, you know. Yeah. Like, I know people kind of relate to that now because there's a whole heap of seasons, but I'm talking about like something of like Black Origin. You get me? There was none of it, fam. We had Fresh Prince, we had Dance Energy, the odd pop-up artist on the Word. Apart from that, it was dead.
The Word's the other one. Listen, Vader, I know you said, right, that people still wait now.
Yeah.
They weren't waiting like how we were waiting, man. You can watch series.
That's the only false statement you're going to get from me on here, because they don't wait like we had to.
Nah, we had to wait, man.
They got selection now.
And you had to get a brethren to record it or something, send it over to you. Even house party, you know, the first house party and those things. You're watching them on VCR, you know.
Don't start me on that. That's one of my favourite films. I've done a bar on that clip.
Yeah.
What you've seen the other day.
Yeah.
And I say, old school with it, I'm getting those digits. So for those who know, you get me, then you know.
Vader, this is why, right? I know this interview could be so long.
Yeah, it could.
Because there's so much things to get into.
Minimise that points in it. My bad still.
You're bringing me down memory lanes.
Comfortable conversation as well, you know.
Yeah.
This is what people need to be establishing when they're doing the no stiff up thing. I know some people are gonna have to link people they've not known and stuff, but I think people, when you're doing these things, you should establish a communication with the person, because this is just pure here. I'm comfortable, man. It's just flowing. Like, I don't feel like I'm saying a lot, but I don't feel like I'm saying too much.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So
let's go now. Because we get a sense now of where the foundation of Vader.
Yeah.
And you said something where with your school as well.
Yeah.
And you had your groups.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about it. But I can see now where the DNA started with you having collectives of groups of people.
Yeah.
Because you've gone on to your journey now and formed different groups and cliques. Yeah. Which we'll go on to. When now did you start going onto the radio and doing sets?
Well, what happened? Just to backtrack a little, because I keep veering, but it's interesting veering.
Yeah.
You get me? We're going into different places. You're making me unearth other things. But what's happened there, fast forward it all, I've started writing more.
Yeah.
In my school books and that, like my old school books. And when I'm still in school when I'm doing it. But then when I've left school now, I'm 16. That's when I'm starting to go to little parties and stuff.
Yeah.
Like house parties and that. And my name's getting around. And then like we're making tapes in my mum's house, my mum and dad's house. And like man's name's getting about still.
Yeah.
There's a few man in the hood that are listening to man. I remember some of the first tapes, I remember Sandman, Demon and JB.
Yeah.
Them man were from like up Handsworth sides and that. And us like we're doing our thing around Winson. I remember you had KID and that.
Yes.
Bruce was sick. Like Bruce is a pioneer in this thing as well. Them man are before me, but like at the same time, when I say before, it's not even a before, man. We're doing the thing at the same time, but no one knew each other. Dots weren't connecting, and there was like more out there with it than like you'd see Bruce on the Supremes. Them times there, I'm just sitting back, like I don't really know what's going on. And big up Badness, because I remember him like being on a couple of them tapes. And that's when I start scratching my head. Like, how do I get on them? My brethren's doing it. My brethren was showing me the way. And then like, I remember there's one time as well, this is a key part. Badness come down and we sat in my brethren's house. And little did I was levels as well. But his levels for me, he was like, and a mad thing with the jungle. Do you remember him on jungle?
Joe. He was spitting, man.
Bass injector. Listen, my man, Goosebumps. Different from.
It's not a London, it's a Midlands thing. Me not thump up a boy like it's Jim. Boy start cry with the slightest thing. To the economic world whitest ring, but I'm never rather double that I might just thing. No, it's a righteous thing, nah, never that. More like a conscious thing. Vader, we just wanna see you make it.
Some mad lyrics and that singing and all that. Like, I'd say like, obviously we helped each other over the years, but he defo inspired me as well. Like as a friend doing it. You know, and I'm looking at him thinking, nah, you're sick. Like, but I'm doing it as well. So it's not like I had to see him doing it. But then if you take it back, it's all there. Because he was coming into my nans with the tapes and he was always that rude boy from school on the music and that. And he was more into the bashment side, which I loved as well. I had a box full of sound tapes, but I love my rap. So I think that's where more. I'm not saying there's not lyricism in bashment, because they're some of the best with it, but like enough of the deeper penning and that come from like listening to from everyone, from the Run DMC to the West Coast of it, to the Brand Nubians, to the Black Moons, the Smith and Wessons. Like,
hey, you're throwing some names at me, you know, like
serious,
yo,
man got clued up properly. You
have to go back home and listen to these tracks, you know.
Man got clued up. I had a case full of tapes, but then back to me MCing radio, Premier FM.
That was the first.
This is a key point, but it's like a hidden key point. So basically, I think it was Chicken George. that used to run it. I don't know the man himself. Respect to the man.
Yeah.
Because he had those crazy youths on the station, but it didn't last long. But my brethren, who funnily enough, respect to the original and the only one, Ganzi.
Yeah.
He decided to call himself Ganzi at the time.
Yeah.
At the time, I hadn't met the proper Ganzi.
Yeah.
But this is just my little brethren's name. So he's called us to go on the radio.
Yeah.
We've gone on. I think I don't want to miss anyone out. So what I'm going to do is say everybody who actually came on over a duration of time.
Yeah.
Me, Hashdal, and Creeper from Raleigh.
Okay,
They were sick, you know.
What?
Yeah, they were sick. Does the sauce now.
Yeah.
What's his sauce name again? I can't remember off my head, but he's got the sauce running. The seasoning thing.
Yeah.
The jerk thing.
Didn't know he was on MCing and all that.
Yeah, it was cold still. Creeper was sick as well.
Yeah.
Sneaky. I got them in bars, man, because I don't forget, you get me, like, them man was sick still. Them man come on the first show. Yeah. My brethren, Triller as well. Not Triller Tremaine.
Oh.
Another one.
Oh, okay.
It's actually Hitman's brother.
Oh, is it?
This is what these are my dogs from when we were youths and that, innit? So, obviously, them like I didn't know till we went on radio.
Yeah.
But Ganzi and Triller, they're like the guys that I used to be around. And it's funny because they both got names from legends, but it's just what it was. You get me? It's just what it was. My brethren was called that before. And that show there, that was mad, fam. Ace One as well. Ace One, come on. And obviously Brasco. Yeah. Brasco was a big part of it as well. That's when we first got together and done our thing. And it was sick, man. We had a sick couple of shows. And I think a few more of the man them that are on the roads a bit more, you get me? I won't say no names. They went on there and just badded up the thing, you get me? And it kind of like, we was all swearing and that them days anyway. Because it was like, we was highly influenced. As much as I've told you all that, there was a big influence from bass, man.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
I can't miss out bass, man. Because that was jungle. Yeah. What we did on Premiere. I didn't state what genre it was. Yeah. So going back, like, Bassman was the influence for that, and obviously MC Lenny. He was like an uncle to me. At the time, and like he was just a vibe. If you ever met Lenny and you knew Lenny didn't even have to MC. Okay. He just had a vibe, and like, it's too much gems. I did my work experience in his shop. Wow. That's how music had me. Come on, work experience is supposed to be work experience where you go to somewhere out of the box.
You actually did that in the shop, like music.
I took the easy route out. He made me work. Yeah. But I took it weren't the easy route because it's what I wanted to do.
But it's part of your journey though. That's what you wanted to do.
But can you imagine how alien that was back then?
Do you know what? And I
believed in it. Sorry to cut you, but it was alien.
And this is the thing, when I reflect back on my journey and even the discussions I've had with other people, I always wanted to do sound engineering. Yeah. But because then it was quite alien, I never done it. That's something I regret to this day, Vader. To this day. It's not as alien now. But back then, if you speak to any careers advisor or school and you say, I want to do sound engineering. I get it. Like, what is that? No.
Frowned upon.
Yeah. It's alien then. So I hear what you're saying.
That's how it was, that's how it seemed.
Wow.
But I done it anyway. I enjoyed myself, and like that was just all parts. And another key point as well, because not every podcast is gonna get these gems. It's gonna be short and sweet with many. Yeah. Like, he held a birthday party for me at that shop as well. I think it was my 15th. Yeah. And that, need a drum roll. We finally got there. That is the first time I ever MC'd in public.
Is it?
Yeah. Even though it was a record shop.
Yeah.
I was only allowed about 20 people from my school.
Yeah.
And like something just, I knew it was in me. It was bubbling, waiting to come out. Yeah. I've been doing it in my house. Yeah. They knew that I could rap from school. But this is the next thing. This is jungle. Yeah. Up-tempo, arting. UK. I don't have to rap like I'm from America and that, because like no one weren't really rapping like those from UK then.
Nah. I believe, right?
Dead?
The UK sound took off when we...
Like gigs and that?
Yeah, when we, established that we just need to be ourselves.
Yeah. Before gigs still. Gigs was just like a big trailblazer in it, because people were very comfortable with his raw, I'm from Peckham style. Yeah. You get me? Whereas at one point you had like, I'm not even going to bait up none of the other London rappers, but you had a few that were just trying to sound like, we're from the parts and what? Nah, man. Yeah. It's not on. Yeah. Be yourself.
When we found, when the UK found their sound.
Yeah. It took time though. To be honest.
And we still can't take away from the ones before, because they kind of like started.
My bad. Some were just a bit stagnant with it. Yeah. I love the ones that did it and evolved.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
But when you had man like seeing man doing that, and man are still trying to spit like from Harlem and that, allow it, man.
But it's when the scene found their voice, but also when they found that it was okay. It's like they need to get somebody to say, yeah, it does sound good, before you get your confidence to come out and say, yeah, I'm going to do it then.
Yeah, you're right. That's mad you say that, because that's what jungle and garage was doing for man.
Yeah.
Quick.
Okay.
You get me? Like the quick version of that then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because basically enough man, like while we're all doing that, these man are still rapping like they're American.
Yeah.
But then man have gone through a different, like, it's cool to sound like you're from Birmingham vibe.
Yes.
Get me? So it's mad. It's a whole different wash.
Yeah.
And you've just made me see that now.
I don't know if you can, you probably can remember it, but when you at your birthday party and you've now blessed the mic, how did that feel for you? How did it feel?
It's mad because I can remember, because it's like, there was a few girls from my school and my guys, well, a couple of them knew I could spit, but like sometimes it's that teenage age, innit? You like, you either someone knows everything because they're around you all the time, or they're like, oh, he spits.
Yeah.
Not everything's out there yet, you get me? So my brethren was all shocked, and then it become a regular thing. Yeah. Started making tapes and that. Like I kind of touched on the making tapes before. Yeah. But that's what I did first. Yeah. I spat in there first, and then I was making it. I had tapes before that. Yeah. But then I started phoning my friend, not phoning, but just come round. And I'd left school then, and these are the times I didn't have a job, because I always did work, to be fair, but the times when I didn't have a job, like I'd make the most of it. Yeah. My dad had this twin tape deck Pioneer, he never even had a CD. He had like an extra CD block thing for it. Listen, man, we'd get the cool FM tapes, and we'd try and find the ones with no talking, try and find the tunes from the Hysterias and that. Yeah. Just be going in, fam. And these tapes are reaching round, you know. Yeah. And like, this is before Premiere. So I've kind of, sorry to like kind of, the timeline hasn't been explained the best, but I hope it's still.
But we're still getting a flavour, because what people are getting now, they can see where you almost can call it training.
Yeah, it's all, I'm in the trenches. So just to bring you back up to speed. So it would have been messing around little tapes in my house. Yeah. Yeah. Then it would have been the first time I ever spat proper would have been in the, obviously the school thing, but on UK kind of music in the shop. Yeah. Then after the shop, it's just a continuation of tapes. The tapes are getting round and stuff. Yeah. And then Premiere. That's why I got the call for Premiere. I never just got the call for Premiere for nothing.
Oh, was it off?
Yeah, off the back of like, that weren't like me just getting up out my house and saying, I'm going to go radio and spit for the first time. Yeah. Man were hearing me around and that. Yeah, like Brasco had heard, and Ganzi, and obviously he was my brethren at the time. And then we just put it together. And it weren't like a crew or anything. It only lasted for about 3 shows, which I think I only done 2 of. Yeah. And then after that, so I fully veered off again. I went on Juice FM up West Bromwich. Yeah. Which was a community station what popped up. I was invited on there. Yeah. And then Tyrone found me. Tyrone Melody. Yes. I don't know where the word was getting round, as I said. Yeah. So everything I've said, it's all coming at the right time, really, because it all leads to where we're supposed to go.
So did you go on Sting then?
Yeah, Sting.
I didn't.
But only what happened, you probably have to speak to Ganzi about this one, but I went on Sting, Tyrone just gave me a shot. Someone told him about me. Yeah. And then he's picked me up in a little green Honda Civic thing. Yeah. And he's took me to up by Villa Road. Yeah. A location around there. Yeah. And, I went on Sting and I was like, oh, I'm on Sting. And I'd be hearing Sandman and that, and I rated Sandman and that, but I was ready them times as well. I just wanted to go on radio, but still I'm at school doing GCSEs and that. I have to humble myself and that. But then when Tyrone's let me on now, I think I'm about 18 at the time, a couple of years after school. Yeah. Gas, but that was just like a trial run, and it's like my brethren's building a station. Yeah. Which was Ganzi, innit?
Yeah, so is that how the Smooth FM?
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm sure it was like I might have missed a couple details out, but like that's kind of how it come about. From that link, I got the Smooth link somewhere along the way. Like, if anyone else is in the middle of that, love. But Tyrone and Ganzi definitely they're the pillars in this. Yeah, I don't think anyone else was in. Who would be really, unless one person I might have known might have done something. So I just don't want to disregard anybody in case.
And this is why I say, for people listening, you have to appreciate how deeply entrenched Vader is in the sound, the community, and the music. Because
enough don't know, man.
You're talking about at the time as well, radio stations. Yeah. Sting FM. That's when it was buzzing, you know.
Big, man. When the B was large, fam. You know?
It was, but it's still buzzing now. But
Yeah.
this is at a time period, and these are stations at those times. It's not as easy, you know. You can't just get onto a station. You have to be a credible
Premier League at the time.
You
fam.
have to be Premier League to get on these stations. You can't just walk on and phone the man and say, I can have a set.
True,
you
fam.
have to be Premier League unless you're not getting a look in.
100%, man.
Wow. So, Smooth FM.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that time period and what that was like.
Oh, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. But there's a bit of rejection before that as well, you know. Should I tell you about the rejection?
Talk to me.
Wow, I forgot about this, you know. This knocked me back, you know. But you need to hear the knockbacks as well.
Yeah.
Because everyone just thinks eyes on Smooth. Imagine this year, Badness has come down.
Yeah.
You know our relationship.
Yeah.
I rate him so much. He's
Yeah.
sick. But he's doing garage now.
Yeah.
He's killing it on the garage as well. It's just transferred. You get me? Versatile from the ragga, the bashment to the jungle to the... So, I'm MCing. He's rating my thing as well. And then Silk have got wind of him from somewhere. So we've gone up to Silk, just me and Badness. He's drove up there. He's come to live in Brum again now.
Yeah.
He's gassed my brethren's back. He's on a bit of a different thing to me, but
Yeah.
like he's hearing it.
Yeah.
Bare love and that. So boom, we've gone up to Silk now. Cut a long story short, they weren't interested in me.
Okay.
Some of the man them were feeling me still.
Yeah.
Like some of the man were vouching for me and that. Like,
Yeah.
Vader's sick. But I don't think man said it on the spot. But it turned out like I couldn't go on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Badness was pissed, man, because I've took him there.
Yeah.
But he deserved to get on there.
Yeah.
Of course, he was fully sick, but they could have believed in me from then as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We would have always done our thing from then, but he went on to have a wicked show
Yeah.
with several DJs. I think sometimes he was on with Jedi, sometimes
Yeah.
he was on with I can't remember the other DJ, but he done bare shows on Silk, and I was wounded, man. I couldn't get on.
Yeah.
But then that time there where that void was,
Yeah.
Ganzi come, man. Like the
And then
radio night in Shining Armour, and you know what he done? He powered us up. So back to Smooth.
Yeah.
He powered us up, fam, and he gave us like...
But let me chime in there, Vader.
Go on then.
Again,
Go on.
from the intro, you know,
Yeah.
I told people how humble you are.
Mm.
And I want people now to see this as an example.
Yeah.
You spoke about Badness and you went on to Silk.
Yeah.
And you had that rejection.
Yeah.
That didn't interfere with the friendship.
Nah.
Or do you see what I mean
Of course
about the
not, 'cause,
humbleness?
like, I'm a fan of him as well. And like, even though man's not trying to be a, like ass kisser or anything like that, but it's like power up your brethren, isn't it? I've been on this from early without it having a title.
Yeah.
Now it's like you get it all in these motivational quotes. Imagine you've kind of been like that from early.
Yeah.
And it's just been with you. Don't get me wrong. I've done some stupid things in my life as well. I've had to learn and not be so humble to get to where I am today.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking music, so I don't have to go and say stupid things, but I've done silly things when I'm younger that I'm not proud of. And music, if we're just going to summarize it quick, has been the healer all the time.
Yes,
Because
yes,
it's
yes,
been the go-to, what never lets me down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, like, nah, you have to remain humble. And like, of course I wanted to go on Silk, and I used to listen into him on the Sundays and that.
Yeah.
And they made me feel like I weren't ready. And he was very much more of them times. It was like, it weren't just raw shelling.
Yeah.
Even though man can do that, like it was more like, because I remember when I first got on Smooth, it would be like, sounds of the DJ Matrix and all that, you know, them kind of vibe. But you never get me trying to do the full voices and that, but it was just part of the thing at the time.
Yeah.
Then you'd hear me saying like, check the drop. So I weren't far away from myself.
Yeah,
It was just, it was kind of the thing to do. And then that like kind of later on down the line, which we won't touch on because we're still in your question, that's where the grime side came in and opened doors, and there was you could just do what you wanted.
Did you feel, right? This is just from a fan listening, right? Because you just mentioned that, you know, you was doing what you was doing with Matrix.
Yeah.
Did you feel that you was holding yourself back from letting the bars, like having just a raw spitting session in them days?
Nah, because it was like, what happened? We'd have like, there was no set structure, but we noticed a little pattern then without there being one. He'd warm up and you'd have tunes like, typical example, them tunes, I'm humming them in my head now, but I'm not going to do it down the mic, where you'd have like a little 8-bar to MC and then the woman will come in, or the man with the singing. So that was just like the humble yourself section, ladies section. You get me? But I always say that I weren't the best host, but I suppose I was always all right. But what people don't realise, I was learning on air.
Oh,
I was learning, fam.
Yeah.
Like you're on radio, some people are gonna lock in and think polished. Obviously, there's a bag of youths listening.
Yeah.
If you're a bit older at the time, man wouldn't really care. Still, I had respect for my elders, but I was more focused on my age group. But man was actually learning on there.
Yeah.
Like, and what I'd do, I'd have a pattern. Here's a little secret fun fact. Obviously, I always strapped with lyrics in my brain.
Yeah.
But because I'm so productive, I'd take a book and spray the new ones, like a new version to check the drama. Some of these are forgotten about. Some of my lyrics had 3 versions. And after all these years, I probably only say the one.
Yeah.
I've still got evidence. I got books. But what I'd do, I'd say them, listen to the tape, learn them, go back next week, new lyrics, reel off again, listen to the tape, learn them ones. Yeah. That's how it used to work. Like, I just used to pattern, like, so I'd always be stacking in my brain, stacking on paper. And then some weeks, because I had so much and I wanted to try out and people were requesting, I was too fast at times. And then years later, I watch people, like even Skepta's a done in this, he's done a lot of things, but I watched Skepta for a few years say like about 5 lyrics and just shut down. And there's me writing like 20 lyrics a month and that, like some mad scientist. Like, sometimes I feel like I've just been ahead of my time, bro. Yeah. And it's a gift and a curse though.
But talking about when you said you was just learning.
Yeah.
You know when we brought you to the studio, back then we was talking about the studio in the attic.
Sick.
And you did those dub plates for us.
Yeah.
Was you learning then?
Yeah.
Still in learning mode?
Yeah.
Because reflecting back.
Did it not sound like it?
Nah, because we were sitting there, God rest his soul, 61.
We have to mention him, man. 61. Much love, man.
We were sitting there, and even when we dropped yous like off, I was like, listen, these group of kids here, right? Like, you know, they're serious, you know.
Thank you, man.
Serious. And it's just me listening back to you now saying that you was just learning. And I just reflected back on that time period and I thought, hold on, if they were just learning then.
It's mad, it was. I knew what I was doing, but I was still learning as well.
Yeah, like, was going in, like, there weren't even the engineer spoke about it, like, afterwards. It's like, we was just punching you guys in, put the beat on, punching you in. Yeah. This is what we want you to say. Talk about this MC, talk about that person.
We was doing a lot off the head as well, weren't we?
Yeah.
We was changing our lyrics for your dub plates.
For the dub plate?
No writing, just changing them off the dome and that.
Use that were going in.
Devil as well, innit?
Yeah. Wow.
You know what? That's mad, you know, because you have to look at it where, I can't speak for Devil, but for myself, obviously I wouldn't say an ego, but if I did ever have an ego, it was more then, like for MCs and that, because I knew. And I've never been cocky, but I've very much humbled from then. Yeah. At one point, I used to think like, them MCs can't chat to me at one point. I did, because I had a style, what was new, and there was about 20 man, like doing the same kind of, like not no one who held you up, like none of the vets who I named, like these people probably stopped MCing. Anyone who was serious is still here now. You can still look them up, they're still doing their thing. But there was a lot of guys who come on radio and come and go. So it was only them that I was aiming at, never to dishearten nobody. I was just... There can't be 10 of me or 10 of my man. There's got to be the one of us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was just trying to stand up for my thing then. But then I realised in Birmingham, it was very like dog eat dog. Yeah. So it was kind of better for me, in my opinion, to humble myself and just show more love. Not as much as back then, because it's kind of like you're trying to come up in it. Yeah. But then I got to a point, never say I let my guard down, because you always have to keep your guard up. But I just thought, fighting down the next man, that's long. Like, even I had a couple clashes like before Lord of the Mics and that, things like that. One on Math TV and that, and like now I just look at that. Some people look at grime. I've gone off again, but some people look at grime as just a clash based thing. So what? You're not appreciating it like hip hop, because that's what I seen happening from a long time ago. Like, you can make tunes, I can make listenable tunes, but hands up, some people to this day don't want that. You know, some people just want you taking off his head, you disrespecting. But then there is a big crowd out there that love grime, like how, you know how we love hip hop? Yeah. Because I love grime as well, but hands up, I listen to more hip hop. Yeah. Tell you straight. Mm-hmm. Like, as a grown man as well. Like, it's just that, but it's all substance, man. Yeah. I think we're of a shot.
Let's talk about some of the heights now that it's brought you. Yeah. And I want to talk about the time when you went on Tim Westwood.
Okay. Yeah.
Because again, I've listened to some interviews of people, I'd say even MD7. Yeah. When I listened to an interview where Cypher was talking about getting his tunes on Tim Westwood. And those things were not easy tasks to do.
It's true.
They weren't easy tasks.
It wasn't.
But for you, getting onto Team Westwood, I think it was back in 2009 now, talking about.
You're right, you know, yeah.
How did that process start? How did you get on there? And
well, I'll tell you what happened with me, yeah. I had a link at 1Extra, yeah.
Rob don't get enough credit, like I just come back it up and make everything clear. I was here rapping when I didn't even know about pay as you go. It's been about 10 years. Like somebody with gangrene while your flows all wrinkled up like your nan's knees. ADER, man of me's. Artists get shot like tangerine.
Sure, yeah. Sometimes it's who you know, but it's what you're doing as well.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of who you know. I burn fire on it really, but it does kind of do a lot in this world. Forget music. It's like, I do think things should be based off skills in, Yeah. But anyway, I had a guy, Louis Barker, big him up to the fullest, man. He was working at 1Extra, and whatever was going on, he'd keep me in the loop. Like prior to going on Westwood, some people don't know, I won a competition in 2007 called Monday Night Live.
Okay.
Where like 9 people aside of myself have phoned in from across the country.
Yeah.
And all had like a battle.
Yeah.
It was more than 9, but he narrowed down to 10 of us in the end.
Yeah.
So basically I was there. In the end, it ended up being me and a girl named Envy, who was quite good from Manchester, a white girl. She could freestyle and that.
Yeah.
Oh, she tried to take my head off, man. But I smoked her still.
Yeah.
You know what I smoked her with? Humbleness. Because she tried to say something about my mum being on someone's MySpace,
Yeah.
And I come in with a freestyle. I got the audio.
Yeah.
So like, personally, I'll give it to you at some point. But
I
said something like, are you mad? I love my mum. I love my dad. And I must have one like that. And I know it probably sounds hella corny.
Yeah.
But I just backed it straight away. Like she tried to diss my mum. And like, instead of me saying, suck your mum or something like that, I've come back and just killed her with kindness in a sense.
Yeah.
One of the judges, I think Rodney P weren't on my side still.
Yeah.
But Semtex, Raskwame,
Yeah.
and my bad, I forgot the other DJ's name, but they all like was in my favour.
Yeah.
So I won that. I had all my pictures done. My prize, it was a day in the studio with First Man Productions to make a tune, but I never had no rights to the tune.
Yeah.
So I just had to roll with the punches. The tune got played on 1Extra for a few weeks.
Yeah.
I was on their radar.
Yeah.
Lewis is my friend. Lewis works there. Westwood starts doing grime shows.
Yeah.
So one of the earlier grime shows, I get called to do it.
Yeah.
And that's just how it came about. Like I was in the right place and I was
at
active.
the right time.
Yeah. It weren't just a thing like, we'll pick him out the fruit basket and take him up there.
Yeah.
Like man was active.
Yeah.
So because I'm on their radar, it's only right. And my brethren's like, we've got to get you on there.
Yeah.
And then it's like Sidewinder as well.
Yeah.
I was working with Sidewinder at the time. So that had something to do with it as well. Like it was me and we went on as not just Vader, we went on as like a Sidewinder kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was me. That's why I had hypes.
Oh, is that what? Yeah.
That's the connection there. You get me, and the man in the background, that's Paul Spruce. Who's like organized. Well, he used to run Sidewinder. There's another man behind him. Big up Mark Lambert, but Spruce was the man. He was like doing everything, you know what I'm saying? And like at that time I was part of SRE, Sidewinder Raw Entertainment. It's still in my heart to this day. It's like he's not really active at the minute, but like he's a man, if something pops up, we still work.
You get
it's like family, and it. So it's one of them. The man have been there when I had my brain thing and that. So you know what I'm saying? But man, Westwood just came through me being active, having a link, and just being around at the time. Yeah. Like sometimes I wish I could answer these questions as easy as that, but I feel a question is unanswered unless you give it the
you got to put the content
behind. Loads of questions, because I might answer, and then a viewer or a listener might take 10 more questions from that answer. Yeah. So,
but you know, when you said, in fact, I'm going to leave that because I want to talk about. You said something about the right. You didn't have the rights to the music, right? So you just rolled with it.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that because there will be young artists or MCs growing up. Coming up that need to hear that side of it as well. That's important. But before we go on that, Vader, I want to move on to the crews. Right. And because it seems that in your DNA, you've got that essence of, look, you can form crews and be part of a cruise and so forth. You was part of Invasion. Right. And how I saw that is a bunch of talented people. Right. In the same vicinity or in the same crew. What I want to explore more than anything, right, is was there kind of like I don't want to say a management structure, but was there a person in that crew that was keeping the artistic creativity together and ensuring that it moves for one common goal? Because you have so much creative people in one space, right? And it's about bringing that creativity together and moving to one common goal.
So that there is a bit of a tricky one, because can I just ask, are you stressing the creative side?
I'm talking about the creative side.
Well, the creative side, I can't say. At the start, I was definitely influential on what was going on, because obviously I've started the whole thing. Like, Invasion Alert comes from me doing the outro on a tune. And I said, Invasion Alert, INVADESION alert.
Okay.
That's selfish. Took out my name. And I thought, here it is, the name for my movement. Everything goes off each other. Who did I just mention? Sidewinder. When I was on Sidewinder, big up Pages, otherwise known as Flex. He's like family as well. He had a thing, High Rise. And like, he's a boss though. Like, he's in Dope Gang now. Graph. He's not even playing around. So like, he's always been a leader as well. But keyword leader. I couldn't just join his thing. I'm too much of a force myself. I need to have my thing. I don't need a unit. But I prefer to have my own unit. I'm a force on my own. But I wanted to bring up some other artists. So that's what made me want to do Invasion. Then the title came. And then at the start, I'd be very much on the let's link up. There's a set here. I'd be calling the shots, and like I remember like JK, for example, when he joined, he got at me and he said, he's put this out there publicly on Facebook, and it was accurate. Like, he basically messaged me on Facebook, and at first I didn't know who he was, and I was just like, wait there, let me hear his music, because a lot of people were getting at me at the time. I had a little buzz. I listened to the kid straight away and I thought, you know what, my man's fire still. Safe. Let's go studio tomorrow. I kid you not, my man come with his brethren, car full of brethren, the next day. Eager. You get me? Keen. Not eager, keen. So we've gone studio, and like, that's how certain things came about. The rest of the members were like more picked from the start. It was like additionals and whatnot, but it was like, a lot of things were getting orchestrated, but then like, I'll put my hands up, like, because of my past experiences with other units and that, I didn't want to like try and tell anybody what to do or anything, because I see now like some of us probably clash and that, and it's like you learn from it, innit? And like, when them kind of things now, you can speak to man and laugh about things, but seeing that and having my own movement now, I thought, let these lot breathe. But I think I let man breathe too much. So there was a thin line between strangling people and letting them breathe. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to. I'd rather let people breathe. I'm not the strangling. I might say a lyric where I say strangulated, but it's just a lyric. Like, so basically, like, I just let man be free in it. But then what happens there is life happens. And then I'm looking after my own people and making sure they're all right. And that's my main priority. I don't care about X, Y, Z. I do care because my heart's too big, but I can't physically and mentally look after everyone, especially when everyone's grown. And then plus, man, I gotta do their legwork still. And like, maybe them times I did feel like, all right, then safe. I can sit back. I've been smacking it. Look at my story. So far, and I ain't even scratched the surface. There's so much stuff that I've done at that fast forward point, because we've missed out. We ain't missed out bare, but there's enough stuff that I've done in between from that radio to Invasion. Like Westwood being a big key point. So you mentioned one of the biggest things. But it's like, then life's changing for me, and other people are opening doors for man, and I'm seeing things happen and that, and I can't even frown. Like, it was mad. I'd be a hater to do that. Like, man are linking this man and that man. I'm thinking, man, go on, do it. That'd be like me going back on myself. But at the same time, it kind of got out of control. And then I'm at work. Stop caring. This man's flying over. I don't care about people. No, let me word that right. I don't mind about people flying, because that's what I've got you in the thing in the first place for. And like, I've said this to man as well. Like, I always wanted to see everyone shine. But when you're going, if you're talking managerial, I want a manager, fam. I'm just a mad creative, and I've tried to do something. Few ones and twos come around. I had my one brethren saying at one point, let's give them contracts. And I went round to the man, and the man were like, nah, don't want to sign no contracts. And that's when I thought, let them breathe came back into my head. But maybe I let man breathe too much. And when I say that, I would never have liked to strangled anybody. It could have ran a lot smoother But it's not a coulda, woulda, shoulda thing. Everything happened for a reason.
Yeah.
I think some man outgrew the thing, and some man like JK being one of them, he's doing really big things right now. I personally came out of music for many years.
Yeah.
But I'm really pushing again now.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through every member, but just like Hitman, I'll just mention a few. For example, Hitman's doing like good work right now. He's got some good stuff in the pipeline. And I have to say, man, I rate Socks as well, man.
Yeah.
Like Socks' pen's tough, man.
I mean, before we move off this, because there's so much things to talk about, right? I just want to ask you, do you think that in being part of a crew, do you think that you can't be actually an active member in that crew that's like, you know, spitting and barring and so forth? Do you literally have to pull away from that and manage? Not just for Invasion, for we're talking about any crew now.
Well,
do you think that there's room for somebody that's, say for instance, I'm a spitter.
Yeah.
Can I be actively spitting in a crew and actually try and run the kind of business side of it as well?
Well, I'm speaking from my own experience here, because there's people that do it and hat off to them. You know, there's people that are more clued up with certain things. So I don't want to put out the narrative that you can't.
Yeah.
Because I think you can do anything you put your mind to. But I think if you're a real creative, let's be honest, and no one's ever going to tell you this.
Yeah.
A lot of these dons in this music thing, worldly, they're not creative, fam.
Yeah.
They're just put there, they can rap in it.
Yeah.
But they get written for or wrote, whatever. Like they can't, they don't cook like man. Man's serious with this thing, and there's a lot of people like me across the world and whatnot who are actually, we take our pen serious.
Yeah.
You get me? Even like random, but even someone like Nicki Minaj, I know she's very serious about her pen.
Yeah.
She's a, you know, she's on a penmanship or penwomanship, whatever you call it. But I think my opinion, let the creatives be the creatives.
Yeah. Because
we're so like, when you're a real creative, it runs through your veins, and it's not to dumb us down. Like, I do music full time now, so I will be exploring many other avenues. I'm not trying to say I can't do this or can't do that. I'm just gonna spit. Nah.
Yeah.
Like, I've got to do more. I've got to apply myself. So I would advise it to anybody. Yeah. But I think it would be good to have that person. Like, I'm literally doing everything now. Yeah. All my releases, everything. Yeah. Not a lot's going on in this time that we're in, this lockdown time. Yeah. So I say, like, when events start popping off again, maybe I'd need someone to help me out with that. And the
business side of it.
I have people around, like, but so far, anything business-wise, what I'm dealing with, like, it's all coming through myself. Yeah. And it's like, sometimes it does get a bit like, I just want to write my bars and that. Yeah. And that's not on a kid one, but that's my purpose, innit? Like, I'm a creative, and I think people should be left to flourish within their lanes. Yeah. I strongly believe that. Yeah. And like, if you I'm not saying don't open the mind for more. We can't put our eggs in one basket. Yeah. You might see me doing something totally different aside of music as well as music, but at the same time, like I said before, let a man flourish with what he really does, and I think a man will shine properly, and that's just what I'm trying to apply right now, you know.
Let's move on to collaborating with fellow artists. Why do you feel that in Birmingham you don't really see a lot of collaboration? And just before you answer as well, for those who actually break through and make it really in the mainstream, you don't really see a lot of collaboration coming back to the ones to Brum with the ones that, you know, they've probably did, you know, sets here and there with them and so forth. Why is that?
I reckon, like, there's many ways I'm gonna handle it in every single way that I can see. I think some genuinely just get lost in what they're doing, and they don't see a sense of homage. They're so in an innocent way, you know, not in a malicious way. Some just on their journey, and then never really touch base back like that. That's just how it is. Like, maybe artists who've got massive and that, and then you've got, I think some of it's like a straight ego thing. The opposite to that. Because whereas I said I don't think that's malicious, so I think some people just get caught up in their journey. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, I'll use a friend, for example, who I've actually got a tune with. So Lady Leisha, however you want to look at it, like, I know Lady Leisha worked with another fellow Birmingham artist, but like, looking at Leisha, and I'm not just saying this because I've got a song with her, you know. Sometimes, the whole let you breathe thing, this girl is flying at a different rate. So when she's leveling up and that, like, sometimes, I'd love a song with her at a certain time. But things happen for a reason. hence why I've got a song now. But sometimes you have to let people breathe, you know, because they're just trying to get to where they're getting to. And she's a person who never forgot the city, whether it's with an artist or with her, she's come back and done something. But then I do think that, like, there's also another side to it as well, where, like, some people just don't want to get outshined.
Yeah.
Straight up, fam.
Is that the competitiveness of it as well?
Yeah, but then I feel like all the proper artists out there, you're so gassed about yourself.
Yeah.
Not bothered.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't, like, everyone, like, I'm not saying no names in it for people to pick, and but anyone in it in the UK, fam. I'll work with anybody. Like, I value my thing in it. Yeah. You go in, do your verse. Yeah. Obviously, I'm gonna come hard. Yeah. But the competitiveness is real. Like, even in the village the other day. Yeah. Yeah. Like, someone was doing a verse. Yeah. And I think Wiley must have said something along the lines of man better be ready for their head to be taken off, and it.
Do I know what it's like when it all goes missing? Keep it calm versus auto flipping. When the red in your head shows you auto killing, your rights above it and teeth all go skinny. Try fight man down, we're rising above. No one can't stick this vibe in the mud. We're the ones providing the plug. We're the ones that put grime.
But it's that vibe in it. It's like no one's trying to send for nobody, but you're just trying to be on your A game. But like that tune you've heard again, the one the clip song. Yeah, that's a collab. We're talking collabs. Yeah, there's about 5 different man. On that tune, probably 6 man, from to London. And like, I done my verse first. Yeah. This is how humble I am. My verse is shelly. Yeah. For a duration of time, I can just hear additionals. Because it's like, obviously, mine will loop for a piece. Next man records. Then you're hearing them 2 verses on loop. The back end of that, and then the next verse. Then you're hearing that verse. So you kind of forget your verse. I'm thinking, let me hear my verse back now. See if my verse is bad still. Yeah. But this is my stance. Everyone's just adding to the track. Yeah. You get me? I'm not gonna be like, oh, my man's bar sound. Have confidence in yourself, man. Yeah. And that's like, this is coming from a man that's been broken. Yeah. And I've had to find confidence back. Yeah. So if I can do it, I'm not even up yet. Yeah. But like, I'm going there. There's no ifs.
You're definitely going there.
It's not an if thing no more. Yeah. I've changed my whole thought process. I used to be like, if. Even when I do it, I check myself quick. Like, no, it's when. Yeah. Get me? Because that's what's going down. But collabs. Like, I got some gems still. I got a couple. I'm not saying they're going to be the number 1 in the British charts and that, but I've got a tune with a Nuts man and a London man. And then obviously you see me cooking now. I've got a few things that have been out there as well. Like, I've collabed. I'll mention a few of my ones just for those who don't know. I've done a tune recently with Nasty Jack. Yeah. Nasty Jack's a vet still. Like, probably same era as me, but London in it. Yeah. I got a tune with P Money. Yeah. From before. And just to say, these tunes never come out, so they don't count. But man was cooking with Wiley before. Yeah. We made 6 tunes before, but it didn't come out. So like, this link never just popped up yesterday. Yeah. Obviously, I got the Leisha tune sitting there as well, which I can release. Yeah. I'm just waiting now because I just want to do it properly and stuff. Yeah. God bless his soul. Major.
Old type Major on the engineering. Vomit, Salivaville, whatever you want to call it. Yes, Barnesy, you're there. Look, if you're ever sharing the fight.
We love you, King. Rest in peace. He actually mixed the tune for us, you know.
Yeah.
So like, when people say like that legacy's living on and stuff, obviously his true legacy is with his family and his children, but his music catalogue, I've gone cold as I'm saying this. It's so extensive. Like, I've got tunes for probably the rest of the year. Even into next year, fam. Yeah. What I've been done by my man. Yeah. His magic, not his production, but every little chop and you hear my little chops in my tunes. Apart from the stuff that I do elsewhere, it's thoroughly majors, and I barely go in it. I use urbans a bit, but apart from that, it's just mainly majors, man. It's just now I have to kind of. It's not something I've thought about because I've just been thinking about losing the man. Yeah. But now I have to find a new studio home.
And you know, from these discussions I've had with a lot of people, and this is why this podcast is so important to me. And hopefully it'll be important to the scene at some point, is documenting and talking about some of these things.
No, this is special, man. We're going to bring this to the forefront. And like, obviously, I won't say too much, but I'm a supportive person. Even if it means just sharing up the thing and making people know that I'm on this platform as well now. Simple as that. Like, I want your thing to grow as well. You know what I'm saying? So like, obviously it's about helping each other, man. Like, too much fight down, man. I'm totally against it.
Yeah, there's so much people I've talked to, right, that, and even going back into my radio days, you know, I keep saying,
you got like, Confusion Crew though.
Yeah.
51, 61. We got early filthy gears. Who else anymore?
Jay. Can't forget Jay.
Chuckstar. Yeah, Chuckstar. No way.
Can't forget Chuckstar. But the thing is, even the tracks that we used to play, and I was talking to Dan Man about it.
Yeah.
Vomit Productions, Major on the boards.
Yeah.
You'd hear those tracks and you take for granted that, like, these are the tracks that are coming through and the sound sounds nice. But as a DJ, I didn't appreciate or probably didn't realize that studio was so ingrained in the sound of the culture, is that now a lot of the MCs that I've spoke to and people, they're saying the similar thing that what you're saying in terms of, we don't know where the creative space is going to be now. We're looking for...
It's so hard, fam, because it's not like... Yeah, it's a creative space, but it was like, for me, it's like my kryptonite, fam.
Yeah.
Swear, like, as I'm saying it to you now, fam, I'm having to gather myself because it's very upsetting, fam. Like, no one will be able to fill his shoes, and that's no disrespect to any other engineer in Birmingham. You will see me in your booth soon if the thing's righteous, but Major was like, he's like a friggin', I always seen him as like a musical uncle.
Yeah. And
I know he's not like biologically, because I've seen some of his nephews the other day and I personally had to, I probably thought, how come I'm saying, but I wanted to just thank him.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah.
You know, I know they're not his parents, but they're his family, so you respect his family, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know he taught them things, like one of his nephews is a sick producer and rapper as well, and I said to him, please make some music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, this has hit me hard, man. You know, like when you forget about people, and it's not that, man. My man's he's on my key ring.
Yeah.
I know it probably sounds silly, but thanks to the family and Shah who made this happen. Like, I took him to London with me the other day, and I know it probably sounds mad me talking like this, but this is how we make people live on. And the one place he'll always be until I'm here, to the end of my days, is in my heart. And I know I'm speaking for the city.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much people who don't feel the same. So God bless Major, man. Rest in peace. Words can't even explain that one. He was an irreplaceable man, and it was a very irreplaceable space. Like, it won't be the same, fam. Gotta keep working.
Yeah,
like,
keep
in
working.
the name of him, and that 100%. It's not a stop working thing, because he'd be like vexed with us if we wasn't working. But it's such a shame that it's not him to do it with, because he's a great man.
Yeah. And there's such a pool of talent in Birmingham.
Yeah.
When I'd see like MCs, producers.
Yeah.
I mean, the producers work, a lot, and the MCs are on them. But why is it that in Birmingham, the MCs don't get the recognition that they deserve? Like, and I've got to talk about you, Vader, because looking at this journey that you're speaking about, you've been there.
Yeah, it's mad still. Like, don't get me wrong, it knocks your confidence as well. Because like, I just kept moving, and then like 2005, I ain't touched on this. I dropped my first mixtape.
Yeah.
A deadline, whatever you want to call it. Then I dropped Alone on My Ones, 2006.
Yeah.
I joined Sidewinder then.
Okay.
So I'm bringing that up because for me, that was a point.
Yeah.
Like, to be on Sidewinder, I'm not even going to lie. Like, I didn't go as far as thinking I've made it. But I thought to myself, now, like, this is cemented. Like, Dizzy come through these channels here. But that was just like, the set, what blew up when everyone was listening to that Dizzy set. Obviously, if you know properly, that's just an ignorant way of looking at it. That bossed him.
Yeah.
But obviously, he got signed and that, innit?
Yes.
Went to the upper levels and whatnot. But Sidewinder are good people, man. They're good people. So, like, when they've took me on board, I'm thinking I'm kind of like, this is it. The reason why I mentioned Sidewinder, because that was a big point of recognition for me. Because remember, the cream of the grime scene are going on that. Yeah. Everyone.
Yeah.
Me, Devil, Deadly, and Big Mikey got voted best CD.
Yeah.
In a pack with everybody. Skepta.
Yeah.
Ghetto. It was new for them.
Yeah.
Whoever was voting, and I know it weren't rigged, facts. Like, so we won.
Yeah.
So we got to do Sidewinder. So for me, that was a strong point in recognition across the country.
Yeah.
There's always been the little urban myths where people know.
Yeah.
It's not a myth, but to some it will be because it's not cemented.
Yeah.
It's always a not shoot little tie from 2001. He had a Vader tape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no actual. Well, there is now, more cemented, but at times there wasn't.
Yeah.
So Sidewinder was a concrete thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of the followers that have been with man, when they see man on the pack now, like as people saying about this Wiley link now, they're saying, it's only right. That's how it should be. So I've had a lot of, like what they say today, how people will show you love in the DMs, but not in the. I've had that in the flesh.
Yeah,
I know it sounds mad. I've had that where man have showed me love in raves and that. Big MCs and that. Like, man, you're sick back in the day. I'm not even gonna hot none of them up. This is like even end the garage days and that.
Yeah.
And then like, there's no love. They don't make no action. Like I'm the type of man, I'll hear. And like when I got powers and that, like with invasion and that, what you think I was trying to build an army? Not to protect me. Are you mad?
Yeah.
I'm crazy when I start doing my thing, and I don't mean in a mental way. I mean like I'm serious with my music. So I don't know. I think some people might have got the perception then.
Yeah.
Veering off a little that I'd done that to have like it was to give MCs recognition.
Yes.
Because I had power from Sidewinder, and instead of being Mr. Me, this is what a lot of people don't get, and I don't want to medal for it or nothing, but they do not realise I sacrificed my own run to bring in a barrage of man.
Yeah.
Some of them are still my friends to this day, and I love all of them in some way. There's no bitterness between none of us, but like, again, I will toot my own horn because it's that season. Like, not many people will do that, fam.
Yeah.
So I don't. Some people that just flies over their head. Yeah. You think I done that to barricade and have a bag of man around? I don't need no one around me.
Yeah.
I'm good on my own out, So I've done it to show love and give my own people the recognition that they weren't getting from outside. And as a force, I know I've kind of gone back to invasion, but it's all to do with recognition. Yeah. To show people outside. And I'll tell you what, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked, man. So I think like now, going to my recent experience, the love in there.
Yeah.
I wish Hitman was here to back it up. It was priceless for me. At one point, I'm speaking to Wiley, Gift and Rico. Yeah. Oh, the man that made me feel like a missing member of Pay As You Go, fam. Yeah. I'd have known about man's thing for years. So I ain't putting them into that category of man not showing man love. I think what it was, because we had the conversation, you're all climbing, fam. Yeah. I used to think, how come bass man won't let us on? Like, unless you're on a road with bass and that, like, don't expect to get on a tape. Bass man, you shouldn't even be allowed. Bass is doing his thing. And as an older man, you understand it. You get me? So, like, I think we deny ourselves at times. So, again, with invasion, I was trying to put that to bed. Yeah. Like, I rate you, but not everyone's the same. You know what I mean?
But the love that you felt or that you received at the village, do you get that in Brum?
Yo, listen, man. To an extent, like someone like yourself, solid. Even if we've never done this, I know you hold man in a high regard. There's enough people that do. So I'm gonna run with the yes. Yeah. But I'm also gonna run with a sad no as well. Because
do you know why I would say that to run with the no as well? Yeah. Because people like myself then, and you'll have other individuals that will give you that.
I shouldn't count yous,
but our voice ain't loud enough.
Yeah, I shouldn't count yous because it's kind of like that's a biased one because you respect man's thing.
Because respect and like my voice, I got no credibility out there like that.
You know always after me, fam.
So do you know what I mean? So, but I'm talking about like probably the voices that count.
Yeah, I hear that still. Well, music people know in it, but I think what it's gonna take, because what's happened, a lot of these younger fans, I'm not YouTube era MC in it. Yeah. I'm TDK. So what happened with Invasion as well, I have to relate back to that. It's when Invasion happened, the youngsters in that at the time, JKs and Deps, God bless his soul, rest in peace. Yeah. They were championing up the YouTube thing, battering it. And man's not even baffled enough because man's at work in it. So like, I'm not even thinking, I need to get my YouTube game up. Yeah. It's all a numbers game, but these lot were champions at that thing there. The Lord of the Mics lot was onto them. Yeah. So that's another strong point for Brum, because they're putting them on Lord of the Mics. And I come from that era where like, it was just devil. Yeah. Man wanted to get on there then. Yeah. Man was hungry for it. I know Deadly wanted to be on it, but we was kind of getting drip fed then. Yeah. And we didn't understand it, but they just wanted Devilman at the time, innit? Yeah. A man got that, but like nearly 10 years later, after I've had a hemorrhage, not saying I'm still not active, but them times I was really starting to knuckle down. I just had like 24 months out of work and I was getting back into work. So I ain't thinking about Lord of the Mics, even though I know I tear someone's head off, but it's who you're putting me up against and all them things. Like, I can't see no vets. I'm seeing a whole new... So that's why my younger guys are getting into it and clashing, man, and everything. But that was a good point of recognition for Brum as well. Not only was it Invasion, but putting on man from Stay Fresh and other man from Birmingham and whatnot as well. So that was good. But then, like, I feel now, to bring you up to speed, I think the powers lie with us.
Yeah.
Because some artists have done big things. Like, tell you who I rate. Yeah. Like, unfortunately, he's not about at the minute, but Safwan. I rate Safwan, you know. You know why?
A lot of people say
I salute that guy, you know. You know why? Because, like, obviously from the hood and that, I said this to him before. I come from that era where man is just blotting out a whole heap of lyrics on a tape and on a CD. This man come with his company and that. You get me his hats and that, and I'm watching him and I'm thinking, yo, proper. Because I'm a congratulator, fam. Like, I don't see from the other angle because I don't know what it's like to see like that. You know what I'm saying? But I reckon, like, that's an example of, you don't want to give us recognition, we're going to take that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's an example of that in my eyes. And, like, you have to rate them things. And there's always been that element here because we've had to do it. But that's like a current example. Even though it's not about at the minute, he's stood up and made his thing. And I respect that, fam. And I think the infrastructure is growing. Like, even though, like, obviously, it's a bit mad. Like, it's not as big as London. There is things. Like, look at, you got Desperate and that doing their thing over there. They've got their infrastructure, but there just needs to be more in Birmingham. But I think the powers lie within.
It lies within, and I think it's connecting everyone together now. And saying that we're gonna work together. And move forward and pull it on the map.
This is it, because I'm not working with anyone. And back to the village, that cosign there, what man's getting from, like, man don't really go off these things, but that is one of substance. It's not come about yesterday. As I said, we made tunes before. Showing Hitman Bear. Look, I was chatting to Wiley's dad the other day, fam.
But I was saying to you on, you know, earlier on, that you've been so much entrenched in the culture. You have to now just accept it now. Just accept all these things that are coming to you, because I think sometimes, like, even just speaking to you, and that's the person you are, right?
Mad humble,
you know,
fam, like,
the humbleness, right? There's a thin line, but these things that are happening to you, it's not because you just turned up, like, you know what I mean, in the last couple of years. There's years and years of, you know, in the trenches, as you would call it.
That's it, man.
So these things that are coming to you now, you're reaping the rewards of your labor, and accept it.
I start to, do you know what? I'm actually starting to manifest that and embrace it properly, fam, because it's like, I deserve this shit, fam. I've worked hard, but I went through a phase, I touched on it earlier. I thought, I'm a vet. I've been doing this for ages. Shouldn't have done that, you know. Fam. You gotta work, fam. And you see, since this last year, I'm not gonna go into all of that, but I went through a mad toxic situation, which kind of, like, when I was in Invasion, it had me for 10 years, and it weren't the whole time where it was toxic, but it was mad. So it's like last year, turning point. It's like lose my head or power up, and music has been my healer, fam. My counselling, my everything. Like, so I still have my days where, but that's just life. Everyone but me as a person. I'm so happy now, fam.
But that's the
so
beauty
confident,
of,
and
it's the beauty of reflecting back on the journey, because unless you have these discussions, you wouldn't really reflect on. Because I want to take you now, and this shows that for anyone listening, that you could go through adversities or different paths in your journey, but as long as you stay passionate and consistent, you always come through. Now, you went through a period of time where there was some serious health. You know, and where you you know, ended up in hospital.
I had a brain hemorrhage.
Talk to me about how you was feeling then, in terms of coming out the other end. Was you ever concerned about, I've had this now, will I be able to MC again? Will I have all the bars? And what was the recovery period like?
Wow, I'll actually tell you something, you know, it's a bit like, I felt a bit cringe at myself after doing it, but I remember I was flooded with visitors. I had, like, I was out for nearly 24 hours. Like, what I was told anyway. I didn't remember seeing anyone. And someone come to my bed and they looked at me, and I could see the pain in their eyes. And I said a bar, and then I seen the fright in their eyes. And then it ended up on Grime Forum.
Is it?
Some chatty patty must have went to someone and said, my man's trying, excuse me, my man's trying to spit in his hospital bed. He needs to rest up. Listen, I'd had my operation. I had my coils fitted. I wasn't trying to do a frigging SBTV at my hospital bed. When I seen that person look at me, like, is he gonna die? I just did it to throw them off, and I didn't even know how I did it. It just came out. I never did it and conked out or anything. And I kid you not, after a couple of days of resting, I was given a phone by my friend from USF, and I started writing Road to Recovery while I was healing with a brain hemorrhage. Yeah. So I don't know at the time, but I'm talking like, don't get me wrong, I was out for probably a good week. But I can't do that because I was in hospital for a month, you know. But I'm talking about like probably by the second week now when I'm having to like occupy my mind. And like I don't really want to be using the TV that much. I don't really watch TV anyway. So I'm pulling out my phone. It's not really a social media thing like that then. It is, but it's not. It definitely is because my name's all over there, but I'm not looking at it. I ain't even probably got the internet on my phone at the time. So I'm just writing. I got headphones, I'm just writing, fam. I started Road to Recovery in hospital. I'm asking my friends to get me beats and that. So I've spent a good like 2-3 weeks in hospital, still getting lumbar punctures and that. Like, if anyone don't know, that's a big needle that goes in your back and it drains fluid from your brain. And I had like 3 of them. And that was just in 1 week. And I was undergoing that, but I was still writing. So then I came out. One thing I did think is that I best take my time. Because what happened, my blood vessels burst in my brain and they got coils to hold them together. So too much pressure in it. So I can't, like, I was never into nothing anyway, but I can't be going out there getting myself into stupidness over, you know what I mean? So I keep it humble naturally. And then like music, obviously some raves can get wild, but not to me because I'm part of it. So I just see the crowd going mad. I'm not in the crowd jumping up like a festival goer. So I kept it moving, but I did turn down a few raves still.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Because I weren't ready. Like I think I come out of hospital in, I think it was October. And then it's seen that I was healing up and that. It's a quick recovery. Man probably see me do a little interview in majors and that. Man's asking me to do a rave for New Year's. Says nah. Really. Know yourself, man. Don't do that, man. So I just left it in it. And then funnily enough, same pattern the next year. But because I'm turning into this, I say it with quote hands like family, man. Like it's that or that, innit?
Yeah.
And again, I keep using this term. A lot of people like to frown upon you in life. You frowned upon. Oh, I'm going to do Sidewinder or Garage Nation New Year. What, do you know what? Take the man rope. Just leave it. I'm not doing it. So it became a custom for me to not do it. But I now strongly believe, I'm not going to touch on that as I said, but this is just something for men and women, a little gem. Like for those who don't know, your real partner will support you with whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to just put it down to like, I don't like that. I like that, she don't like that. Keep it moving. But nah, man, that's dead, man. If someone's not powering up what you're doing, you better watch that motherfucker. I swear to God. It's like it's ulterior motives, man, and like that kind of stopped me from wanting to do things as well. So it was a mixture of the health risk, because for a good 6 months, you know, I don't think I weren't waking up in that in sweats and that. Like, I'm here. I think I'm gonna die, fam. They told me, no one don't really know this unless you know me. I am the lucky 25% of people that came out unscathed. Wow. Obviously, you see my head's boarded off, but I've got I have to take off my hat to show you there's nothing there. Like, that's where it's about there. But it's in my thigh. Keyhole surgery, fam. And then, like, some people have spinal problems. I met this farmer, bless him, lovely man, total different walk of life, but probably like wouldn't have spoke to me in the street. When you both on your deathbeds kind of thing. We end up speaking, and my man, listen, had to shave the man's skull down and everything, man. He's all right still. God bless him. Hope he's still all right today, because it's been years now. 10 years since 11 this year since I had my brain hemorrhage.
And still, do you know what I mean? That's why I say we have to pay homage and respect to you, because, and this is why I wanted to do this, because when people see you, and look, we're in a social media era now. So when people see you on social media, they need to know that the backstory, you didn't just pop up.
Nah, man.
And you're not collaborating with these people. Like, there's an actual journey. Like, you know, you've been in the trenches, you've done your homework.
Long time coming, fam.
You've done your training.
Trust me, like, when I'm in there as well, like, for Wiley and his dad, like, Wiley's showing his dad, you know, like, my man's the godfather for his genre. I'm not coming on here and saying I'm the godfather of Birmingham. No way. There's too many fathers for me. But, you know, for that thing, that genre, like, man can't take that away from man. Because, like, I was here when it started, before it had a title, when it was Garage B-sides. You know what I mean? So, like, these man know that I didn't know about them when I started MCing. So, like, whereas a lot of MCs, you started because you heard Gets. Or even myself, if you're from down here. And it's good. It's a form of flattery, but I come from that original, that raw cloth, fam. There's not many of us left, fam.
Channel U days.
Before that, fam. Even, it's deep, fam.
You see what I mean?
It's deep, fam. I was on Channel U. It's shady. Like, even before that, fam, and I say it with passion because it's raw before that. So it's like, sometimes a man's feeling prehistoric, but as the saying goes, you're as young as you feel. I ain't feeling old out here right now. I was made to feel like that for many years, but
that's a name I ain't heard for a long time as well. Shady. Shade one. He's still in the background doing his bits and that, and I know it'll come to the forefront when he's ready. He's very thorough with his thing, man. When he does it, he does it proper, man. He does it proper, man. I want to, it's not change of direction.
No problem, man.
But I want to talk about the narrative that's out there. Now, a lot of people say music, or they'll say the drill and grime or what have you, is the cause of a lot of the violence and crime. But you could argue that there's movies, video games, and so forth that contributes to that as well. So this is not about an argument in regards to is it that or not. But there's no denying that music is usually based on what people have to do to survive in the streets. And you've mentioned something during this interview and even before when we're talking. That there was a lyric that mentioned you jumping in your Mitsubishi. And you had to really check. Right. And change the narrative. I want to get the sense of why did I do that? Why did that thought process come to you? Because some people wouldn't just continue spitting and so forth.
Like, I had to just look at myself and like, I think someone must have said to me before, you don't drive though. And I thought, you know what, he's got a point still. I don't drive, so just a quick change. It weren't politics or nothing. So I just thought, instead of saying, I drive it at the night, you know, I went, they drive it at the night, you know, so it's more universal. And then like little things like that were giving me little slaps. Like, don't get me wrong, when I come on Smooth, there was a lot of stories. It was that mode for everyone. Make up stories and that. The whole thorough real era come after. That was just like to show who can MC. Don't get me wrong, some of the lyrics were based off little things, but you probably just like change it up a bit. Now it's like there's loads of lies out there anyway, but man, we're just having fun them days. But I think I had to just check myself. Growing up in Birmingham, in a strong, like the gang era when it was smoky, fam, like I weren't trying to talk like I was wicked. I seen man out there, I knew man out there that was about that. And like, maybe like now as a grown man, it's not the wrong thing to do, but at the time, I mean, it's not the right thing to do. At the time, you had to be wary of them kind of people there, like to an extent, like speak it real, man. Like not everyone, I think you get a lot of people from my generation that are trying like act like I went in the mix, fam. I was just a music man, innit? Like I know everybody, like, well, not everyone, but I know man from everywhere.
You connected, innit? You're in the community.
Just because I do music, or come on, man, Birmingham, I might have played football with this man, or I might have went primary school with this
small.
Man. Yeah, so everyone knows everyone. And somewhere along the way, most people, the older generation, I don't know about the youths, but someone, somewhere in the old, everyone knows everyone. Somewhere. If I don't know that man, I know someone who knows him. And that don't mean things have always been calm with people, but I'm a man. I've never really put myself into no dramas, but that was a big part of it because I strongly believe if I come out saying all this wicked man stuff on mic and that, plenty of man would have been waiting for me. Like, who do you think you are? So I stayed within myself, but you see today, people have lost their selves, you know, and it's very scary because you get people. It's all a facade now, though, so you have to kind of condition it with that, you know. Like the labels are pushing for these looks. They want the bad guy.
Yeah.
They want half of these youths here. Like, it's a bit of a hypocritical thing, this is, because I will listen to the wickedest youth on road,
Yeah.
and feel him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not all for what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I feel he has to go through that journey.
Yeah.
To be a man and get through it. And like some of them, they do really grow.
Yeah.
Some unfortunately don't, and they end up jail.
Yeah.
Don't come out to face the consequences. But the ones who actually, like, I tell you who I really respect, yeah. I don't know him, but he's from London, man. But I know someone who knows him, couple people. RA, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon he's, you see when you're talking that hard shit,
Yeah.
he's the guy for me, man.
Mm.
Like, obviously, it's not just because he's done his sentence and that, but he's lived
Yeah.
a lot of the things that people say they do
Yeah.
and they haven't done. You know what I mean? And for me now, I look at him and it's inspirational.
Yeah.
I think he's been out for about 2 or 3 years and all I see is positivity coming from him.
Yeah.
And this is what we need. And like, he can give you that story to the fullest. So back to what I'm trying to say, I'd rather listen to an RA of the world who's lived that life and been through that. And I'll throw myself in the mix. Say it was me pretending to live that life.
Yeah.
It's dead. You're going to listen to the man
that's actually lived it.
Yeah, this is it. So you have to talk your life, man.
Yeah.
And too much of these youths out there, they're saying they're going to do this and that. I can understand. Give them a blight a bit with the drill, yeah. The influence, I'm not even hearing that because I was listening to Ice Cube. Don't get me wrong, you know. Drill is a bit influential, like the nature of what they're saying, like these big zombie knives and that. But I was listening to Cube, talking about smoking, man, and that. And I didn't want to be a gangster, fam.
Yeah.
I just wanted to rap.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's not as influential as they say. I think that is just like society. Music is always given the blame. I think what they should realize is it's more of an outlet for the kids. But then I think today it's just a bit more reckless, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's some very unnecessary stuff said.
Yeah.
You get me? Whereas the man that I just mentioned and a lot of other rappers, like I rate Page as well. Don't know if man remember Page. Page was Cream Cartel for a bit. They had that Bang Bang I Shut You Down tune.
Yes.
He was sick. He was around Swiss and that. He's a national treasure, fam. He's one of the best rappers that I'll ever hear from this country. And it's just like, he was gangster with it, but like knowledgeable as well. So he was dropping gems on you. So I was listening to people like that, and that would level me out as well. Like, even if I had a glimpse, I never did though, because I always knew myself. But even if that was a kid, if I was a kid listening to them, unless I'm foolish, that would sit me right back down. Oh, big man's talking, like that's what it really is. But then I think you got too much peer pressure now, where kids want to say that they're packing this and they're packing that, and next thing you know, sadly there's a youth like in trouble. And like there's got to be a way to eradicate it, but then you got to be careful with how we do this. Because people don't want to be preached to. So this is where I'm not saying I'm Captain Planet and I'm going to save the world, but where I come into it, if they actually listen to me, I try and deliver it in a cool way, if I can say cool. Cool makes me sound like I'm from Bill and Ted or something. But you know what I'm saying, fam? Like, you know what I mean? Like I've just done that catfish thing about the grooming. Now I've got brethrens that have said to me they've sat their daughters down, showed them the tune, and the tune, the kids probably want to hear Keisha, Becky, but when they hear what I'm saying about like, yo, watch out for that Don that's 10 years older than you online because he will groom you. And this, so they're kind of intrigued by it. So these are the kind of things I'm going to do, apart from when you see me spazzing out and shedding, which is always going to be part of it. Like, there's also going to be that aspect of things. There's going to be a lot more story-based songs where I'm actually trying to change the narrative.
But that's going back as well. Again, another discussion that we've had in terms of, if you look at your catalogue, right, you even mentioned it yourself, I do speak positive things, you know, and we was comparing it to, you know, some of the
artists today and the ones over London where it's like catapulted. But hold on, I'm talking about that as well. But also in that kind of like discussion, your collaboration with Theo Thompson from the Solio Youth group, and it was a piece called Don't Pass the Parcel. You see this,
and warning the youths about gang and county lines and so forth. So that's all packaged up, and this is why I say, you know, when people listening and they see you, Vader, you're a holistic person, you know, when it comes down to the culture, because you're touching all scenes.
I've just mentioned Catfish.
Yeah.
That's another one by Theo Thompson.
How is that linked to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Past the Parcel was the first one. So basically, when he's got at me about that, it's like he's getting funding from certain organisations, from even the police will fund things. But like right now, where we're at, like I had to look at it, you know, at first, and they look a couple of my people and that and say, yo, what do you think of this? Because I'm not trying to put it out there like I'm on road or anything like that. And I'm sorry if any officers see this, but I don't really have any respect for the police in that sense. I know they're there to restore the community, but it's just I haven't been shown that throughout my life. Obviously, there's got to be some good officers out there. One good act I seen the other day, which was shocking, when we gathered outside Majors. Yeah. Like kind of 9 Nights vibes. Yeah. They came, people thought, here we go. They actually just said, can you put masks on?
Oh, okay.
And you know what? I had to respect that. And it's rare for me to say that. It's just because of what we've seen over time. But with Theo now, back to this funding thing, he's approached me. Like, I can get these projects, this and that. Would you like to? Obviously, some of it's paid work, some of it's not. Yeah. I'm all about the message. Now, where are we going? Are you going to be that 40-year-old guy just mashing up the youth's lives, yeah? Like I said, I'm not trying to be Captain Planet. I'm about in it. I'm not going to be on road and that. What am I going to be on road standing around for at this age? It would be pretty pathetic. Yeah. If I need to go anywhere, I'm free to go anywhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not restricted in the city. I can do what I'm doing. But like, my voice is more important than my physicality, really, because like you're gonna hear my voice more in it. Yeah. So if my voice is a voice that's also heard, why would I not use that? Instead of just shelling, I'm talking to these youths, fam. Yeah. And I don't care if some of them youths might listen and think, oh, he's a dickhead. Listen, you'll be the dickhead when you're in trouble. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm trying to show man a different path, and I know man that have done them things, and it's not a hypocritical thing because I haven't, so I can speak from this. Yeah. And there's even man that have done them things that will still tell you from experience. Yeah. As you know, we have many great mentors in the city. That will steer you down a different road. But we're trying to do this to raise awareness. And my thing is like, if it's 1 out of 10, if it's 1 out of 100, we've got one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's been a theory for a lot of people for many years, because I've heard that myself. But that is just how I'm looking at this situation. And like, do you know how much, like, just from that grooming thing, the catfish thing, the catfish tune that I done with Theo, that raked up, I'm sure it was nearly 100,000 views on his Facebook. But I'm not on numbers, man. When I heard that, I did say, it should all be on the YouTube. It's probably quiet on my YouTube. It's on there. It's probably still in the hundreds. But like, I had somebody tagging up the is it the NSPCC and yes for about a week, you know. God bless that person. It's some aesthetics like thing that they have on Instagram. I can't remember the tag, but they was going in for like 2 days, just tagging me, tagging me, just saying these people need to hear these things. So I think it's just a matter of time. Yeah. Like, I listened to a man called OT The Real from Philly. Yeah. He's a white guy and he's deep, man, and he done a lot of time. For like pushing and whatnot, and he's linked up with an agency and he's made a tune about addiction, and he's literally his addiction talking to the girl. Do you know what he's doing now? Like, this is for him. It's not for me to talk, but it's just, I respect things like this, so I just want to highlight it. I seen a podcast the other day, or just the IG live. He's linked up with rehabilitation services now out of his city, and if you contact them or him, and they can get people clean. Okay. And this comes, look at his journey. So it's like, I'm not saying you have to come from a straight positive background. Like, I've seen some myself, but this man, he was the pusher. He's gone jail. He's come out of jail. He's seen what he's done to people. He's made a tune telling you it's wrong. And now he's got a rehabilitation set. That is growth. And progression. And that's what I'm about. It's the journey, innit? That's his journey. It's for him, nothing to do with me. But I love them things, fam. They make my heart warm, and like, closer to home, it's even better. But I think what you're saying before, we do come from a very much crab in a barrel city, man. That's the crab in a barrel. Gotta start celebrating each other more. I've been doing it, man, and I don't even want to hear the just do it. On some Nike shit. Just do it. I think once we embrace that, because Birmingham has a rich
pool of talent.
Yes, strong.
Rich pool of talent.
Very strong.
And I think it's starting to happen. There's platforms out there now where, you know, people are doing things and it's getting recognized.
Yeah.
I think as a collective in the city, we just need to start shouting up about it.
Yeah.
Because the people in the community, especially the MCs and the artists, more needs to be catapulted out there. There's a lot more that needs that break.
Yeah, it's true, man. I think like I don't know, man. Hopefully I'm willing to do my bit in it. I can only speak for myself, really.
Yeah.
I know there's a few other men around me that are willing to do their bit, but we got some real trailblazers down here doing their things, man. Like, well, maybe wrong. I'll put myself in the trailblazer thing raw because I'm from that old school era.
Yeah.
But when I say that, I meant to just big up the successful people who are at a height.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, look at Young Millions, man.
Yeah.
He's shining, fam.
Yeah.
I seen him the other day at Major's funeral. So humble, fam.
Yeah.
So humble. And he's like a man of the moment.
Yeah.
So adopt his energy.
Yeah.
He's just himself.
Yeah.
The same youth that I met in Majors, but obviously he's glowing in it.
Yeah.
A man embraces glow, and man still sees like, yeah, man, see you later, Vade. Same guy.
Yeah.
So proper things, man. I love his attitude, and like, I think there's a lot more to come. I think our city is like, not to take away from anyone, and remember I'm included when I say that, and I've done a whole couple of decades in this thing, but I think we're just getting started.
Yeah.
Really.
I can feel the energy.
Yeah, it's sad to say that because we come from the early 2000s, so I don't want to disregard anything we've done. But it's cemented in that sense.
It's cemented because it's laid the foundation.
Yeah,
It's laid the foundation, and I'm feeling excited for. Although lockdown came in 2020,
It's give a lot of people a good kick.
Yeah, but I'd say probably in the 2019s, I just felt something.
Yeah,
and it's like the pot's bubbling, and I can feel that, you know, Birmingham's on the cusp of something's gonna explode, right? And I can feel it's moving in the right direction now.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
I can feel that.
There's a lot of things happening. Like, there's different factions. Yeah, I see that, and I've said from 2009, I come with a little saying. Yeah, I don't know if anyone did it before, but I said unity over divide.
Yeah,
because I was just trying to I wanted us and Stay Fresh to do some work together. Yeah, just based on the fact that we were both strong units, but everything's just happened different. Couple man worked and that. Yeah. It's just one of them things, don't always go as they plan. But I do think, man, you're going to have some people who turn their nose up because you always get a new batch of artists as well. Yeah. Probably moving reckless and whatnot. But I think in the grand scheme of things, for what it's worth, I think most people who are serious about doing this music now, the people are willing to work. I don't think there's no room for egos and that. But when what you have to understand, I've learned this, and this come to my attention the other day, you know. Yeah. Basically, if you withdraw from having an ego, which I haven't had for years, my ego comes within my music. I'll shine that way, but I think it's a kindness for weakness thing. Yeah. Like people will say, oh yeah, my man's is cool. Yeah. So that gives people an extra 10-pack of bravado. Yeah. Like they'll take your bravado as well. Yeah. But like what they don't realise is that some of us are so like seasoned, we don't even need that, fam. Yeah. It's what you see. Yeah. It's what you get. But I do believe music, I get it from friends. Yeah. I get my brethren saying to me, yo, you might have to do work. And I'm so pure with it. Like I'll take it in to an extent. Yeah. I got one, he really means well. Yeah. Like when he tells me to do certain things and that. But like I'm just very raw with it. But I am starting to listen. Yeah. It's just that sometimes I struggle to listen if you're telling me something I already know. Yeah. And that's not rude. It's just a trait that I've got. Like, I feel like cutting people off and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been there, done that kind of thing. But saying that, if it's a good heart, I always come with manners. Yeah. So I'll never be rude to anyone. But sometimes I've got a lot of knowledge, and I think I've lost a lot of confidence, which I've slowly got back. But I forgot my own powers. Yeah. So getting my powers back, like certain people might look at me like, how come no, you're getting a Vader you should have had. Yeah. You've seen the downtrodden Vader. Yeah. You've seen me, oh, does that sound all right? Of course it sounds all right, man. Fix up. Yes. You know what I'm saying, fam? So it's power up time. And one thing I'm going to take from my friend Major as well, he was the fix up guy.
Yeah.
There's some fridge magnets going around. Well, his quotes, they've been put on various things.
Yes.
And that. And one of them is like a nice take on Fix Up.
Yeah.
And like, that's going to live with me now.
Yeah.
He used to like, if I felt down, he'd bring me up. So now I've got to like, I just got to think of him.
Yeah.
I can think of him and get upset, but that's not the one. I've got to think of him.
Yeah.
As Powers.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he come on, Vades, man. Go again, Vades. Or if I do a take in the booth, he's not going to be there to tell me, so I have to tell myself. And to some people, that might sound mad, but nah, that's just an extension of the connection.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like I said earlier, that's just another way for me to keep my friend alive and to guide me as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Let's move on to, because we were about to, as I said, we could talk for ages. You know,
we have to wrap up soon, Carl.
And there's some parts I want to talk about.
Yeah.
I want to talk about producers.
Okay, yeah.
What producers are you working with, or do you work with, or have you worked with?
No bias, because I know you're connected, but this man has kept me afloat, yeah. I don't think he realises every now and again I pop in his DMs and say thank you. I know he's busy living his family life and that, but you see Filthy Gears, yeah?
Yeah.
If it weren't for Filthy Gears over these last few years, yeah?
Yeah.
Seriously, like, my man has given me motivation.
Yeah.
And I know he's not a man that popped up yesterday as well. He's been doing it from...
Listen, right. Again, I don't want to be biased, you know, because there's the family connection with Filthy.
It's truth, though.
But...
Talk it, fam.
I have watched that kid from, I'm talking about building beats, right, on the
Music
games consoles.
That's what I'm saying.
And some of the stuff that he was doing on there, it was just amazing.
Ahead of his time.
On games consoles, he's been on that journey. When people see him now and see that, I can see that he's rising, right? He's getting, you know, something's going to happen for him.
Yeah.
But it's similar to you. People will see that on social media and don't realise where it's all stemming from. Filthy's coming back from games consoles all the way through.
Mad substance. And sometimes I've seen his struggle online, because it's like, online's just online. It's a bit of mythology for real, but you see that some people just don't know. And he's had to tell certain people like, yo, I've been doing this, but his music talks and his work rate is stupid.
It's mad.
It's mad. Do you know that tune on the clip, which I keep referring to?
Yeah.
You know that's his beat, innit?
Is it?
Yeah, fam. That's what I'm saying. He's involved, fam. He's involved. Now, I can't say about the other one, because I was going to say about someone else's tune then, but Filthy's involved. Like, seriously, he sent us a couple of folders and he's had me covered for the last couple of years. I haven't done as much as I want to do with him, but we do have a project, you know.
Yeah.
But nothing like the rest. That dropped in 2017.
Yeah.
Without veering off, I have to big up a few more. Dubster, he's been good to me as well.
Yeah.
He's been like Filthy, but me and Filthy have the connection, what you can touch on, because he's from Brum as well originally.
Yeah.
Dubster's a guy from Wales.
Yeah.
And like Newport. I think it's Cardiff actually. He's sick.
Yeah.
He's a sick producer as well. He produced Timeless Teachings, what came out in 2016.
Yeah.
And Breathing Space, which I just dropped Boxing Day.
Yeah.
I dropped that. Yeah, that's a 7-track EP. So them two have kept me afloat for grime.
Yeah.
Major would always,
if
I wanted to rap.
Yeah.
He didn't really make much grime. He could make anything.
Yeah.
But Major would cover me for rap. I got a few unreleased tracks with Mage. Urban's a sick producer as well. Urban's sick. Got a few projects with Herbs.
Reached out to Urban Monk and he reached back out.
Yeah,
so,
man. He's seasoned with his thing, man. Definitely a big Brum producer from early.
Yeah.
I have to big up USF because they've stayed in the trenches with me over the years. I haven't done loads of tunes, but when I've done my first few mixtape and then I just dropped a single with them called Pillar of Strength.
Yeah.
See, I've just managed to do this plug as well at the same time. Like,
go on, man.
And then, sorry.
Yeah, go on. That's it. Go on. Do it, man.
301 Circular. He's a youngster from Huddersfield. Now, he caught my attention lockdown times.
Yeah.
You know, when like you got time on your hands. You're looking around. I'm seeing this youth, he's got something like that, but it's a beat machine and it's the same kind of colours. Putting up a video every day. Do you think Gets would sound good on this? Do you think P Money would sound good on this? Bear Landum. I'm like, yo, hello. Like, some real shellers down here as well. You know? But he didn't know.
Okay.
Now, again, I went through an era. Everyone must know. No, they don't.
Yeah.
You've got to sometimes not step in people's faces, but you gotta literally show them you're here. So I've linked up with him. That's flourished nicely.
Yeah.
Said to a couple, man, like Badness has linked him and done a project with him now as well. I've just done a project with him, which is Always More. Yeah. That's out now on Spotify and everything else. He's bad. Like, he's only 21. Yeah. And he's on the rise. So they're like the guys that have been around. I might have missed one or two. This odd like other guys. So Real Sounds as well. Yeah. They've done a lot. I've got a single coming out with them. They've been very good to me as well. But I'm literally like, say you made beats here. Yeah. And I hear something. And it's fire. Yeah. It's on. Yeah. It's on. That's it. Well, can I just take time out to pick up my nephew though? Yeah.
You spoke about him when I was on the phone to you a couple of weeks back, innit?
Problem. Like scary because he's 16, yeah? Yeah. What is going on with? Nah. It's like he can make anything. He loves drill. Yeah. And like, this last year has been mad because I've been living around my nephew. Well, with my nephew and my family and whatnot for the last year. But like, every day, I'm in the house, do just drill. Yeah, Some days it does my head in. Yeah. But he's in his element. And that would never do my head in. Yeah. So I just draw from my headphones. Yeah. And just start getting into my zone. So it's like a little creative space. But his name's G Set. Yeah. It's like after his initials. But I swear, I just remember I said it like, because I feel like I've had a good eye for artists over the years. Yeah. If I would have come as an A&R, I'd probably be a rich man now. Yeah. But it's from the heart, and I just wanted to see people shine for their skills, not to take money off no one. Yeah. But my nephew, I'm not saying I'm going to do it to him, but I'm telling you, he's already getting little placements here and there. Yeah. He's uploading to YouTube, he's active, and he's got a strong drive, man. So look out for him in the future, man. Definitely.
We'll have to get him up here, and have a discussion with him.
Yeah, you'd like that. Like that.
We'll have to get him up here from a young buck's perspective. Yeah, man. On the producing journey.
Yeah, maybe whenever you're ready.
Listen, when he's ready, make it happen.
Thank you.
Make it happen for us.
Would appreciate that, man.
I can imagine, right? Do you get swamped with beats? Like, do you get? What's it like for you with the?
Well. I'll give you an example, yeah. This guy, he got at me. I'm not even gonna say no platforms or no names. He just had a government name anyway, so it's not like, don't think it's you, such and such beats or such and such productions. It's not you. Yeah. This guy, he got at me. I'm so like kind to people. I'm like, yeah, just take my email. Pots and pans, mate. Pencil beats, dead. Yeah. Like, then I start to think, I don't waste too much time, but I start to think, are you not listening to the levels? Yeah. Like, do you think that I'm just going to take you? This is where I might sound cocky, but there has to be some of this as well. That's where humble's out the window. Yeah. This is what I'm going on. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes there's been minimal beats I've been able to decorate with my vocals, but come on, man. We're at a point where if I have to decorate up your thing, you're supposed to have your thing decorated, so we're complementing each other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain level, and here's my range on it. My nephew's 16. Yeah, it might be a bit biased. He's my nephew. Nah, it's not biased. Because if he was making pots and pans, I wouldn't even be speaking now. Yeah. I just give him a little, my nephew's trying. Yeah. He's bad. Yeah. He knows how to smack them 808s and all that stuff. And like, I'm hearing grown-ass men. Don't get me wrong, if it's something you've just started. Yeah. Because I couldn't really make a beat. I've got the melodies and that. Yeah. But I was never brilliant with the programs. I had a little stint on Reason. But you've got grown-ass men who are saying they're producers, uploading. And this youth will blow them out the water, as Swifter did years ago. Yeah. So you have to watch these. I've noticed one thing, the producers, a lot of them, I'm not putting age or any limit on it. Yeah. But a lot of the great producers start early. Yeah. Swifters are done for Brum. Yeah. And he started when he was young. Yeah. And again, even Filthy might not be as celebrated as Swifter in the public eye. Yeah. But he's still a done. Yeah. Like, his work rate's silly. There's a lot of man. I know it makes people get flustered because I've just put out a few projects and certain people don't like it, They like it when you just go in radio once every 2 months. Yeah. Or you just go in studio every now and again. See, when you're active, like the real bad minds come out to play them because they don't like it. Or in fact, they don't come out to play.
Well, this is the thing, because again, it's our conversation. Because of the DJ background and the music background in me, I always identify when something's going to happen. Yeah. And I said it about you. Yeah. I've saw how like you're active. Active. Don't get me wrong, you've been active. Yeah, right? But you can always tell. You can always tell, right, when somebody's changed gear, right, and you've changed the gear.
Yeah, it's nice to know, man.
And I can see something. I don't know what it is, but I can see something bubbling up. People don't change gear unless, and I know there's another conversation that's going to come in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I know for a fact,
I'll be back, man.
Like something's going to happen.
100%, man. Like I said to you earlier, if's out the window now.
Yeah.
It's when.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And I strongly believe, again, a lot of things I say, I quote myself, like, you're in control of your power. And like the belief has been the main thing for me.
Yeah.
But I've always had bars. I've always had lyrics and that. Like, with belief, I'm a dangerous guy.
Yeah.
Seriously. And the right type of dangerous, you know what I'm saying? And that's where we're at now. That's currently where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, I'm full of belief.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times you would have seen me out there publicly.
Yeah.
Could have been on One Extra. Could have been on Silk. I could have been on a video channel or whatever.
Yeah.
You might have been getting 40% out of me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now. Drained from a shift and not. See, now, I'm giving it my all again.
But this is, and again, I'm glad you said that, because based off the last 24 hours, I would say for you.
Yeah.
Or last 48 hours.
Yeah.
You put in work and you've travelled, and for you to be here doing this, it just shows that
I'm on it.
The gears have changed.
I'm on it, and I'm so on it. I'm tired again today a bit. I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I forgot about being tired while I'm doing this because I'm really enjoying it. Then I'm on a thing later.
Yeah.
Like another live thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be 2 hours. I've got still doing a reach out thing. I've got 10 spitters coming.
Yeah.
Not to me, but from wherever they are to join in. And I'm excited about that as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even want to sleep.
Yeah.
You know that saying, I sleep when I'm dead. Obviously, we need sleep. I'm not trying to promote don't sleep, because I'm the worst sometimes. And my energy is not as, it's always pure, but it's not as like good as I want it to be. Like sometimes when you see me smashing up BSR and that, I'm tired, fam. And I just laugh after. I think this is what you're getting.
Yeah.
When I'm Westwood, fam, knackered, 3 hours sleep. Yeah. Let me just show you that panicking and that.
Yeah.
I think I have anxiety.
Yeah.
And I think I found it out recently.
Yeah.
Since everything went wrong and that. Like, I've always thought, but I'm not one of these people to like, nothing with doing this, but you know, people go online, I'm suffering from anxiety and that.
Yeah.
I've had these kind of feelings from when I was young,
Yeah.
And I didn't even know what it was. And like, then I spoke to my mom or something, and she's like, it's anxiety. And I'm just, oh, okay. Not that I'm the anxiety master.
Yeah.
Because nobody, like when it gets you, but I think I do have that at times.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just breaking out of them kind of things there.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
It's mad, man. Trust me.
You know what I liked? And for anyone listening to this, just type in Vader's name on platforms. Yeah. Go on YouTube and listen. You will see the catalogue, because people might listen back to this and think, why didn't you talk about this? Why didn't you? There's too much to talk about.
There's quite a few bits, man.
There's so much to talk about, right? So just go on YouTube and just type in his name and you'll see the whole history there. But you know what I liked? I think it was last year.
Yeah.
The cypher that was done in Brum. Sir Spyro's one.
Oh, the set.
Yeah, the set.
Yeah.
I really liked that because you saw all the MCs. It just brought me back to a time period where I remember back then when, you know, there were sets and MCs were, you know, doing their thing.
Yeah.
I liked that. Do you think something like that could happen, right, with a Birmingham DJ?
Ah, yeah, of course. 100%. Like, I've got my DJ for one Barnes here. He's shedding right now.
Yeah.
In fact, it kind of happened the other day.
Yeah.
With Big Mikey.
Yeah.
We did one. He said, I'm not going to, because it's not my thing, but it's a man's birthday set.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick set. Probably different to that.
Yeah.
Because it was more, it was just Brum, no? Sorry.
Yeah.
It was just Brum. So that's kind of what you're asking for.
Yeah.
The only reason that weren't Brum was because it was Spyro, but Spyro brought a lot to that for us.
Yeah.
Spyro amplified the whole thing.
Yeah.
We could have done a set together that day at Desper's because it's sick there.
Yeah.
But Spyro's coverage did a lot.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, man, are getting followers from that set.
Yeah.
Like people are hollering from that set. Serious from people that didn't know about man to people that know about man that didn't know where man was at to like, yeah, you know the rest. Also,
I was so happy, but I was so happy for it when I saw it.
Yeah, vibes, man. Vibes. And like, it's mad because there's a next little piece, you know, I smashed it up with the Vader lyric, the traditional, it's but it's around there on the net. I'll WhatsApp you the video after. And in fact, it's actually been uploaded to YouTube now. Yeah. As another video, but the lead cut out, man. And you missed the management as well. It's peak, man. Yeah. So it's like you missed the nice next little part of the set. Yeah. It's just been a little bonus, but it's still out there still. Yeah. It's on YouTube as well on someone else's channel. Okay. That's another one I want to reach out to, Big Mikey. Yeah, legendary, man. That's another one we need to talk to. Like, that's entrenched. I could have a chapter on him. Yeah. Because he's done so much things for me. Like, he's helped me out and stuff. Like, musically, I've been on events with him. He's had my back and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was going through little times in the music and that, Mikey's a man, like, older. Because I ain't got no brothers, Like, obviously, my dad's a good man. But my dad, like, when I was younger, you see, if I told my dad about any antics, my dad would have tore off someone's face. And how's about your dad will do that? Yeah. So you lie about certain things. Okay. Because I knew his mind, I'm his kid, innit? He's gone. Yeah. So imagine that. Like, different. I'm on a different level of thinking. Yeah. I don't want a medal for it or nothing. It's just who I am, innit? Just accept me for who I am. But like, I knew as much as I wanted revenge on certain, not like it was anything serious. Yeah. But as you're growing up, innit, the little things that happen as a youth. Yeah. Like, I know if I tell my dad, because like most people get their brother. Like, if they can't fight, they get their brother. But I was all right, man. I got through. I always got through. I never really went through anything too bad. And like, my dad was always there for me. But like certain things, I just kept discreet from him because I wouldn't want to see him explode. And now he's so humble. And I love it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I see growth in my dad. And he's a great man as well. Yeah. Because he was a dad to some of my friends. Yeah. And they'll come and tell me that now. They might have been cheeky when they were younger. Yeah. I said, I respect your dad, V. And for some of the youths that are listening. Yeah. Because there's just 2 points now that I want to pick up. No problems. I'm always intrigued in terms of the business side of music. Okay. Because no doubt you're going through this musical journey. Yeah. But at some point, even with parents, they'll be like, listen, it's a career. You need to get paid or some form of financial gains. Okay. Yeah. The music that you do, and if we even have to take going back to the village, then you've done that bit there. Yeah. How does it work? How would that work in terms of if that track blows up or, when it does blow up? Okay. How would that work for you? Okay. So that track there, as it stands, that's Filthy's beat. Yeah. I've done the hook and the verse. Yeah. There's about 5 of them, man. Instantly, there's less dinner for everyone. Yeah. Because there's the percentages is going to break up. Now, it's getting to that track to a certain level. Like, so if someone shows an interest in that track, then there's all sorts of conversations we can have. As for any track, I'm just using this track as an example. But what I would advise now to a kid listening off your own back without having some big like P. Diddy manager behind you. Yeah. I'm a member of DistroKid. You have DistroKid, you have Ditto, you have Amuse, blah, blah, blah. What are they? I'm just going to say all distribution companies. Oh, okay. Now, funnily enough, I joined Ditto a few years ago. Yeah. They're good as well in their own right. But I just had a couple, not big problems, but because I'm like fishing around, I wanted to try another one. Yeah. So I've been with DistroKid for almost a year. I've got to renew that soon. And so far, so good. So what that enables me to do now is I can go on my phone. Yeah. No. On a computer. A phone's not advisable, to be fair, but you can look at your statuses and whatnot. Yeah. So say I've got a project now. Yeah. 1 track, 20 tracks, 30 tracks, whatever. Yeah. I upload it on there. Yeah. You have to align it. You must make a Spotify. Yeah. You must make a iTunes account. Yeah. You align it to there. So say it's like Vader. Make sure it's the right Vader. One problem I do get to this day is that when I upload stuff, it goes on the wrong one, but it's only an email away. So continuing, you upload your music. Yeah. You have artwork that matches the right requirements. Yeah. Your music, obviously you've paid your fee originally for the year, will then go on every single platform. Yeah. It even allows you, if you want to pay an extra £30 or whatever, you can go on Tidal. Okay. Which Jay-Z owns. Yeah. So much things. YouTube maximizers, this, that. At the minute, I'm just putting the feelers out, and this is independent. Now, it doesn't stop here. There's bigger fish to fry out here. I don't know where you want to go. If you're a listener now, you might like this independent talk. I'm not the master of independence, but what I am doing is learning these things as I go along. And like, I don't need no one to help me with this.
Yeah.
So if you're a kid listening and you want to release your music, don't let that geezer tell you that you gotta. Don't get me wrong, that's just the release.
Yeah.
I'm not covering your promo and your video. Yeah. That's another aspect, because I ain't the master at this, but I'm just giving you a little gem here.
Yeah.
Them things there, distro kid, ditto, from your own home. As long as you've got your product, you can release your music. Yeah. You can have an artist. You can even buy a label account on there. Yeah. I missed the label one because it's Operation Me. Yeah. What I did is I got 2 artists and I had another artist, but I don't even work with that artist no more. Yeah. I was going to release some of her music for her. Yeah. But now I've said to my nephew, when he's ready, it's there in it. I've still got a spot so we can use mine as well because I've got 2 artists. But you can get like a label. So moving further, like if I wanted to say like, yo, these 5 man I want to push, I'll just set up one of them and that's how I release everyone's music. And please don't take this as the holy grail of music.
No, it's just your journey, innit?
It's just one thing, one tool. Yeah. All I'm telling you about is a tool. So you got hammers, you got axes, you got hacksaws. You can't just get through life with a hammer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little gem, because some of you might not know this. Some of you might think, I'll just slap it on YouTube. Yeah. This thing will make it go on YouTube as well. Yeah. You tick it at the bottom, it covers everything. And like, if I go on my Spotify now, I'm happy. I'm not content because I'm not going to stop. But from last year, you see about 5 releases. Yeah. And that's how I should be. Yeah. I've got so much in me. Yeah. Like, I don't think people know the capabilities. Like, I can go studio and make something out of nothing. Yeah. For my older listeners, remember the A-Team? Yeah. Yeah. Lock them dons in a room. They're coming out in an aeroplane. Yeah. That's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's a bit metaphorical how I'm saying it, but
I always wondered, even like with the likes of yourself, you turn up at a studio, do you have to sign a contract or something, or do you go to the studio and just spit and go?
Oh, little things like that. Sorry, because it's like you probably just have to dissect it a bit more with certain things. Like studio is just a case of the best relationship I had was always, it's going to be with Major. I'd phone Major. I'd say to him, do you have this time? Yeah. When do you want Vades? I'd go there, pay him cash. Yeah. Yeah, pay for my time. And that's it. Like,
and then you just take your material.
Yes, you take your material. I think with studio, as a lot of people I've seen over the years that think you can just rock up to a studio. Yeah. One thing I would tell you, unless that person's your friend, even then, like, just pay for your studio time. Yeah. Like, unless you build your own, which is the best option. Yeah. Which I haven't done to this day. I've had little, but Major was my guy. I loved what he did too much. Yeah. So I was being the artist. But to my knowledge, I've heard some scary stories about studio people over the years, but this is why I stress pay. Don't go to a studio thinking, even if a man says to you, yeah, man, I'll give you this time, just pay your way. Get your music. Yeah. Get your files. Yeah. You're good. You see, this is it. Like, the major thing stems deep. It's more than just quality. Yeah. It's the trust. Yeah. I've heard many stories over the years. People can't get their files and this and that. I haven't heard many where...
When you say can't get your files, is that the engineer keeping...
Yeah, hoarding.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And this is why I love Major, because, like, obviously for many reasons, but that, like, sharp. You do a tune. If you wanted to work on it, it will mix that tune for you straight away. And then all your stuff's there. I had over 100 gigs worth of music on his computer. Yeah. So it's like, it's a big trust thing, man. Trust is key in this thing. Like, anyone will sell you a dream out here. Yeah. And don't be fooled. Like, some people, like, will just have a pretty studio. Yeah. I bun fire on pretty studios. Yeah. Because, like, you got the latest spec this. Do you know how to use it, though? Yeah. That's the thing. Like, just make sure you fish out what you're doing. And I think for some of you younger artists, it's going to be harder because you don't have a benchmark to go to. So you're probably thinking, but then just listen to the songs. Someone said this to me in London the other day. Big up, bless him. He says to me, he listens back to his tunes. Yeah. And he can to hear sonically how it sounds. Yeah. And that's what someone said to me the other day. But it's about spreading good vibes, and that's why I had to mention his name. Yeah. What he just said, if you're a younger artist, like, if you're listening to your track, because I've heard some monstrous tracks before sounding hella airy and bare echo and that, you know how it's supposed to sound. Yeah. And then you'll know if it's industry quality. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So back to that tool thing I said, that's just one aspect. I think visual is a big thing today.
Yeah.
Visual. And like, again, this is coming from someone who hasn't got loads of views, but I know some people slap off with views and that does a lot for people. So just, all I'd say is utilize the tools that you have today.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have many tools when I was coming up and I'm still here.
Yeah.
Raring to use new tools, but still use old trusty ones as well.
Yeah.
You get me? That kind of vibe, fam.
This has been a very, very interesting journey. And I know, Vader, that we've only scratched the surface. So to the listeners, right, please don't
we say part one.
Yeah, this is a part one.
Say no more.
Because like
cap it off as part one.
Yeah, I know there's gonna be some listeners thinking, oh, I want to know this, or did you speak about that, and so forth. There's so much ciphers, Vader, that you've done. That's why I haven't really mentioned too much of them, because there's you know, you can do the Grime Daily. Is it the Grime Daily North? Is it North there's so much people. That's why I say just go on YouTube and spend some time.
And my Spotify as well, if you can plug that. Yeah, my Spotify is important, man, because that's like it's just Vader Vades.
Oh, Vader Vades.
Yeah, VADER, but like, that's where like my music is mainly in a minute. With YouTube, I must clear this up as well. Definitely do what 51 said. You'll find me.
Yeah.
If you put Vader Birmingham, I might stress the Birmingham, but you have to understand, I made a choice when I was younger of picking a name which is also a Star Wars villain.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you put in Vader in YouTube, you're going to see a hell of Star Wars stuff. So I'm announcing it here. It's not really exclusive because people know. We might be pushing in towards the direction of just being Vades. Yeah. I know a lot of people know me as Vader, but just for like, you know, like business reasons and that.
I was going to ask that, you know.
I might do that.
In terms of like, you know, things like copyrights and, you know, registering, trademarking and to the listeners, is this something that they really need to start thinking about as well? Like the young ones coming up.
Yeah, I'd say like, I don't know, I want to say that to them. Then I think like we're at a time now. I see man coming out with man's names and that.
Yeah.
No one cares no more.
Yeah.
It's like to some, this is why I got to keep it alive as well, because some will just wipe the slate clean. Yeah. I remember seeing one from Nuts, my name. Yeah. And then it was like Vades, and I'm just like, come on, man. Yeah. Come on. Like, I know I've got it from Star Wars, but I'm the guy that's known as it, innit? Yeah. It's like me calling myself, I'm going to be Bassman. But then ironically, there's actually a rapper called Bassman, but I don't know him from Adam, but I know he ain't took it from our Bassman. Yeah. Because it's a total different, it's probably like, you know, bass and that, not like our jungle one. Yeah. I think there's just a lack of originality today, but then I think it's a lack of knowledge more than originality. I think the kids of today, they just don't, some of them, they just don't know. Yeah, they probably haven't checked the back history of things and then jumped on something and then been told once they started moving forward. Yeah, so you can't blame them. That's why I doubled back then and said it's a lack of knowledge. But I've never had no trouble with myself. I've always cut through, like, because you have to understand that's not the only Vader. Yeah. So it's kind of like, but then I suppose if you're pushing it out there in a certain way, you got to be careful. But people know me as Vader. I got the father thing on my IG now. I might even change that soon. Yeah. Like, I only put that because Vader means father, you know. Yeah. Like, I don't think people know that. You know? Yeah, Vader means father as well. And like, I didn't come into this music game as a youth. Yeah. Thinking father, that would have been dry. Yeah. But ironically, man's fathered most of these youths with the MCing thing, fam. So it's very fitting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of double. It's like father, really. Because but a lot of people won't know that. I'm glad you said that, Dutch word still. I'm glad you said that, you know, at the end, that you fathered a lot of these MCs, because I can feel now that you're starting to accept. Yeah, I have to. You know, if I don't accept it, someone's going to accept it for me. Yeah. I've even seen things like that. Yeah. You're not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's on, man. And you might hear a bit of cockiness, but take it. Yeah. Because obviously, you've had a lot of humble and you're still going to get that to the day that people want the other side as well. And that don't mean my lyrics are going to get reckless. But when people see my energy up and that, it's like, that's it, Vader. You get me? Cause I've been down and like when I even feel powerful. I feel like I got Hadoukens in my hands. How's about that, guys? I can't actually do one, but Vader, it's been a
interesting discussion.
Thank you for having me. You feel you got enough?
Yeah, I've enjoyed, right, reflecting on this journey.
Yeah.
But as a final point, Vader, when you reflect on everything we spoke about today,
yes,
how does it make you feel?
I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely. I'm sat here. I told you I was tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wipe that away.
Yeah.
I feel like we're on top of the world. Seriously, and we're not on MTV. We're in Brom.
Yeah.
But you've given me powers as well, and each time I do things like this, it makes me realize how powerful I am.
Yeah.
And like I went through a stage of being so humble that I thought that was cocky.
Yeah.
And then I see people being cocky for nothing.
Yeah.
So if I can't, my voice is raising a bit because I'm just passionate.
Yeah.
If I can't be powerful, and show that and display it, then there's no point in me doing this thing.
Yeah.
And like you was getting that version of me, and I bet some people were so frustrated.
Yeah.
Like he's doing it, but he's not really. But now you might not like everything I do. Everything's not for everyone, but I swear, man, you can see it in my energy, man. When I'm doing sets and when I'm doing this, it's not a game now, man. Serious.
You can't please everyone all the time.
I think that's a big thing that I learned, fam.
You can't please everyone. You just have to do you.
Yeah.
You've got a talent.
Thank you.
You've been given that God's gift talent for a reason.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Not everyone. I can't spit.
Can I just say something? You know what? That's really touched me, because I was once told, in an abusive situation that this isn't my destiny. I was told that, and I had to sit there. And when I say that back now, it buns me in a sense like, but then I smile because how can someone tell you you're not destined for this? And I think other rappers was on the TV, they're destined, but you're not. Yeah. And it bunned me because I thought like, I am in control of my destiny. Yeah. I was never that lost to not think that. Yeah. But I thought, like, this is what I'm doing now, and it's all. But now I feel like I laugh at that statement now. Yeah. Because this is my destiny, and I'm gonna get what I was destined for, man.
It's your listen, and a lot of people, but people might think that it's silly or foolish, but there's a reason why you can spit the way you spit. Yes, over the years, you've gone in the trenches and you've practiced and you've fine-tuned your craft. But why is it you and not me? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I can't spit. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's not my destiny. I could probably try and learn and do a few little things and string some bars together if I'm practicing like years and years of practice. Yeah. But that wasn't instilled in me as a gift. Okay. That's why I say, right, that
accept it.
You've been given a gift. Not everyone can speak. If everyone could speak, everyone would be doing it. You've been given a gift along with all the other MCs, rappers, singers, producers that are out there. They've been given a gift and they're fine choosing it. So own your gift.
Oh, thank you very much, King, man. I really appreciate that. Definitely. Yeah. Embracing it more than ever.
Just embrace it, brother.
Thank you, man.
Last thing. Now you've got all the knowledge, right? You've gone through your journey. You saw the ups and downs of your career. You've gone through your tribulations and you're still here to tell the story, because if you think about it, Vader, we're both from inner city Birmingham. We're of age. Yeah. The chances of us sitting down reflecting on our journey, this is not really supposed to happen. Yeah. Because there's people that's either lost their lives, there's people that's doing crazy time behind bars.
It's true, man.
There's people that's lost their sanity because of what's happened in the community or their journey. So we're just celebrating that we're actually, we could have fell out over the years and not talked to each other
for. The fact we're able to do it.
So we're able to do this.
Yeah, man.
But knowing all that you know now, if you could speak to a younger Vader, what would you say to him?
I would tell him, just don't worry about what people say to you, and just follow you, because just because I say this now, it's took me time to follow me. Yeah. I always thought this man or that woman or that. I'm very, like, I'm observant. Yeah. And if I feel you got a bit of love for me, not so much now. Yeah. Because life's turned, man, cold. And that don't mean I'm going to be a nasty person. You always get the same warmth, but you have to filter out these kind of people. Yeah. So if I could talk to myself, I would tell myself to just be myself. Yeah. Always. And it's kind of mad because I have been myself. Yeah. So why am I telling myself what I've been? But more listen to yourself then.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
And listen to yourself. Be yourself, listen to yourself, and follow your heart.
Yeah.
And they're things that I've already applied.
Yeah.
If I applied them a bit more, I'd be in a better position. But better position, I'm grateful to be where I am.
Yeah.
I celebrate being here like you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've lost many people from our generation due to headspace, due to life not being here, unfortunately, due to jail.
Yeah.
Just to be here is a blessing for me. So
Yeah.
I'd say to the kids, man, just be yourself. I'm clearly still here. Some might not see me as a star or really successful because I'm not in bright lights and stuff, but I'm still here with a pure heart, still going and just trying to spread to the next generations.
Yeah. Vader, I wish you all the best in your future pursuit of where this journey is taking you in the future.
Thank you, bro.
You know,
much love, man.
Whatever heights it brings you, you thoroughly deserve it. 100% deserve it. And I'll be sitting in my house, and one day I'm gonna see Vader pop up.
How you mean? I'll be sending for you to come and celebrate and
celebrating
somewhere.
And I'll be sitting back and saying, yes, he's got what he deserves now. He's flying high.
Yeah, man.
That day's gonna come for you, Vader. I wish it, and I pray for it, that you get a safe journey through wherever this journey takes you.
Nah, thank you I know you mean that from the deepest, fam. So thank you very much, man. Seriously, bro.
Listen, manners, honor, thanks for today.
Thank you.
Peace out, people.
Love, bro. Bless, man.
Black cars loaded up and the flow in motion, that's slowly luxury. Got to ask no, but there's no guns with me. I'm just trying to live comfortably. So, admirers, I spit my verse, give my work, skip man's offer. Raw like Breeze, raw like this, not too many do. But Hitman hollers, if money was books, I'm reading pounds. Why is that? Cause I don't read dollars. In these times of the modern, where common sense is not so common. Look, skills put into my DNA. Also shut down CNA, comedy rock like CTA. Don't go over T-top, be amazed, be awake. Watch for the sarky pricks that can't resist to always come and start some shit. I'm quite surprised to find out how many men I know take Charlie clips.